This program is rated MA. It contains adult themes, coarse language, sexual references, and violence.
Be the rain substitute.
All right, what's up, everybody? It's Open Comms. It's Friday night. We're back. On Friday this time. I think we were here Saturday last time. So we're here. We got me. I'm Drayden. We got LB, Blazy Bunny's here, and Manic and Delana are joining us as well. How's it going, everybody?
Yo.
Hello.
Hi.
Sup?
So before we start off, we're gonna kick it off with an opening shot. So another drink-free week? No. We'll be having some drinks. We're actually doing one right now.
Dirk-free.
That says Dirk.
Oh, well, they have the same letters. You know that thing with the, what do they say? Your mind sees the same letters and it just puts words together. It's called reading, I guess. Anyway, we're gonna do a shot. So the donation drive we had on Saturday for Gamers Outreach Foundation. The goal was set for $1,000. It raised $1,400. So we definitely surpassed the goal. So that's excellent. So I'm just gonna do a shot to the whole charity event that weekend, and then anyone that donated and hung out. So let's open it up.
I don't know what to play for shots now.
Yeah, we'll have to find something. Maybe we can make something. Cough, Manic. Manic. Oh shit! I know what we need. What's that thing, that game you were playing? We just have like the head screaming sound for shots.
Oh, yeah, that would be good.
Okay. I forget what that was. That game was amazing. So I couldn't stop laughing for that game. If you guys, what was that game called? Everyone has to check that out if they haven't played it yet.
I'll post the link in chat.
Do you have rights to do that?
Some fuck.
I will need rights to post the link.
Let's just play that when we do shots.
Okay.
That'll work.
You got it.
We'll do that for tonight until we get something else. But anyway, so not this weekend. Next weekend, there's going to be another charity event thing, but it's not INN that's running this thing. This is going to be, you got
goddamn
you got
Drayden.
your wrist slapped. Hey, I don't run this shit.
Correct.
Manic, just put it in Discord and I'll put it in there.
Here, I gave you permissions. It's a 10-second timeout, but you have a minute to post it, so. Alright, so, and this is, I'm just going to announce it now because, so not this weekend. Next weekend, it's going to be the 29th, is the start of it. That'll be Friday. I think it starts, 1800, UTC on the 29th. It is Streamfleet's doing a 50-hour charity stream, and we're going to run our show on their channel that week. Now, I think I'm going to have Life Shifter just host us from here, so if people don't get the memo, they can still catch the show on this channel, but we'll be actually running it over there to support that charity as well. But it's going to be a charity. Let's see. I had this charity written down here. It is the Take This charity. It's a charity for mental illnesses and awareness, and their goal is to decrease the stigma and increase support for mental health in gaming. So pretty good cause. There's plenty of that in the gaming community. So, and I was actually looking. I can put a link for their for the Streamathon thing. So here's that. But there's also for the actual charity itself. I was looking up it's takethis.org. So that's their charity event stream. And I was looking at some of the stuff because I was wondering how they support the thing, and they have basically a bunch of rooms where people can go into and talk with supportive groups. They have ambassador programs. They work with consulting and consulting services to learn better ways to treat mental illnesses. They do industry research, and they have various blogs and content and articles and stuff to help people with awareness. So that's kind of the stuff they do with the donations. But yeah, so it's gonna be the same channel, or not same channel, no, different channel, same time, same day. So Friday, 0200 UTC, we'll be over there. But
I'm going on the next night. I'm streaming on the next night, Saturday.
Oh, you're gonna be on there as well. Nice.
Yeah.
Thinking about it. I don't know if what I would play, or if I don't know. Do they have a full schedule already?
I think so. Yeah. Yeah. Let me check.
Okay. So now that's it. We could get into all the Eve meet stuff. Figured we'd get through
Are there
that.
Eve meets going on?
There's plenty of Eve meets going on. There's a Seattle.
No.
Oh, we'll do the Seattle one later. Eve London tomorrow. I keep leaning off screen. There we go. So Eve London's tomorrow. I believe it starts in 9 hours from now.
There's already a lot of people there.
Yeah.
Judging from what I've seen coming
Yeah, the
through.
Poke Roll is tonight.
Oh, so because I looked at the event thing on their Eventbrite, and it looked like a 1-day event. They have the party, they have a couple presentations, and that's it. And I was wondering, like, oh, is it just a 1-day thing? Obviously, like, players will get there earlier, and
It's a 2-day thing, isn't it?
not on Eventbrite.
Well, like all the official
No?
events are just tomorrow.
Yeah, it's kind of like Vegas is 3 days.
Okay.
You got Friday, Saturday, Sunday,
Yeah.
but.
Okay.
The one thing I was looking at, they had a curfew. It said midnight Saturday. There's a curfew. Are they just saying that's the end, or is there
What is
actually
this, Utah?
Is there an actual curfew in London?
What is it? Fucking China?
I don't know.
Yeah, what-
That's awful.
That's weird.
I
Like,
yeah.
everything
sure-
shuts down at midnight?
Lights out, lights out at midnight. Everybody, make sure you're tucked in bed and shit.
Fuck.
Closing
do it.
time.
12 is when my night starts.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. So
Could you
that'll
imagine a US Eve meet that stopped at 12? Or yeah, at 12. That'd be wild.
Yeah, it does say like leading to the curfew at midnight, after the party between 2100 and 2300.
Yeah, I'm wondering if that's by curfew. They just mean when they get kicked out of the venue.
We don't have to deal with that shit in America.
All right. So James Scroll say public houses close at 10:30. What's a public house?
Pubs.
Assume a bar.
Oh, a pub. What? 10:30?
That sounds pretty terrible.
Yeah.
That country needs some freedom.
Yeah. Get Boris Johnson on that.
Too bad they
Yes.
don't have any oil.
Boris Johnson needs to, you know.
We got no reason to go over there.
So he says, okay, Barothel. Yeah, so London tomorrow. I'm assuming they'll be. It's the last stop of the Eve Invasion tour. Streamfleet is there as well, so I'm assuming it will be on CCP's channel. I'll probably be watching that for a little bit.
Yeah, I'll tune
Have to
in.
put some
They're having
tracking
well, never mind.
in the house tomorrow. So. Fuck! I was about doing a shot. I need an actual drink sitting up here. So that's the Eve London thing. I don't know if they're going to be announcing too much. The new We'll talk about the new invasion thing coming out later on, but I'm assuming they're going to be going over some details with that. Assume you belong to private kids.
They're closing the event with the Ether Wars. The phase
test?
3 of Ether. Yeah,
Mass
Phase 3.
test.
the mass test of Ether Wars.
Yeah, we got that. We can just break into that, but there's another meetup. So if you're not going to Vegas, I just saw this one because I was in the Discord. There is a Seattle meetup tomorrow. So if you're in the Northwest and you want to go to that, it's going to be at the Berliner in Renton at 5. So show up there.
I'm
And
curious.
Can we go back
what-
to the
Good.
Streamfleet Take This-a-thon thing for a second? I got the
Get it.
schedule here. So, yeah, starts at Saturday the 30th of November at midnight. Well, I guess 0 in the morning. We got such venerable names as Tamiya Cowboy, Open comms. Zanus Daystif, who's he streams on INN. He's a goon guy. He does I think he's in code actually. Anyways, there's some other
Yeah,
people
he's
there. Joe
code.
Bain's on there. There's a blocked off spot. I don't know what that's for. Bjorn B's on there. Bunch of Jin Tan's on Friday night. Asherathi's on there. Hateless Gaming, he's on there. Ron USMC's in there.
Are these
I'm
all
there,
going to
no
be
big
Eve
deal.
Eve streams? Like they're all going to be streaming Eve?
Yeah,
Or
I
are they
think
playing
it's
a variety
all
games?
Eve all the time. All Eve.
Gotcha. The Voodoo
I'm
Stew,
gonna
thanks
do
for the
2 hours of ship spinning. That's my theme.
I think
04
that's
to 06 on Saturday.
yeah. So I think that's all of the future Eve
Correction,
meets
Sunday.
that we have in the foreseeable future. I don't think there's any more coming up anytime soon. Not even next
At
year.
least until the important one in May.
Oh, what's that one? Late on us.
Eve New Orleans, May 22nd to 24th.
Where's that?
I wonder. It's not released yet. We'll know closer to then.
It's I can't.
We actually
Is that-
we pinged out the hotel code today and it didn't work. So we're working on it.
Oh. So I remember you guys were playing this a long time ago. Has any of the stuff been locked in? Specific bars for a pub crawl? I know that you guys were talking about I was super excited hearing that you guys are gonna rent out a balcony on Bourbon Street for a night. Is that a locked in thing or not?
And nothing else really. Like we're just trying to get the hotel first. Like, we were so close to getting that done today, and it didn't work. So now, like, they're having to get it back on the phone with the hotel people. So, like, hopefully we'll have more specific details soon. But yeah, we're almost done setting that up, and we do have a Discord server for anybody who's interested. I don't know if you let me post something.
Just accept the chat and I'll give you perms.
Oh, you trying to send the Discord link?
Yeah, why not?
I'll do it. Hold on. It's the only one that doesn't say like New Orleans on the logo. Like the Minnesota one has the fucking has MN on it.
It's got the Fleur de Lis or whatever that is.
The Saints
Yeah, that's
logo.
important.
Yeah, the Saints.
Fleur de lis,
Fleur de Lis.
not fur de lire.
Correct, it's a fleur.
Fertiler.
It's
Fertiler.
Ermagerd.
Can you let me like post my thing for a second?
I just did, didn't I?
It's right there.
No, Blazing
Twice.
Buddy
You
made
posted
me
it
do it.
twice. Oh, yeah, buddy.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Well.
It's because somebody gifted me a sub so I can post links, I think. I'm not actually sure why I'm able
Oh
to.
yeah, who did that? There was
I have
some
no
guy.
fucking idea. It's about to expire though, I imagine.
I think that was only a couple weeks ago. You think you got some time?
I have no concept of time with this fucking game, man. Play until 4 or 5 in the morning every day.
So you got the 2 days in. Now I'm assuming, like every Eve meetup, you should probably get there a couple days early. A lot of players will set up stuff early. I'm sure Goons and Test and everyone will have plans for things. There's no cabana there, so I don't know. Like I think I'm going.
No
Actually,
cabana.
there's no cabana. What are we gonna do? There's the
Never
ocean.
mind.
Is there,
I'm
trying
sure
to
you
find-
can find
Spoil
one.
organized?
I have like a permalink that I'm trying to link to people instead of just like a temporary thing, but
Oh,
whatever.
sorry. You keep getting timed out. Okay. Now wait till your timeout's over and you have permission to link. What if I just keep permitting
put
you
it
like
in-
over and
put it
over?
in
Does the
TeamSpeak.
time stack? Does this stack if I just keep?
Oh.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Sorry for the spam.
Put
But,
it in,
I don't know, maybe we get, like, a
TeamSpeak
Bayou
and
cabana?
Blazing can post it.
Would that be a good thing?
You just
A
wanted
what?
to do one that doesn't expire, right?
I
there
have
we go.
my link. Stop.
Okay, there you go. You
Let
got
me
it
There,
in there.
post
we've
my
got
link so I
5
know how many
different
people
Discord
click
links
on
in the
it.
No,
chat
it's in there.
now.
You got it in there.
No, because Blazing Buddy keeps posting his own link. Post
I'm just trying to be helpful.
and I need my link because I want to see how many people click on it.
Yours made it too, though.
Yeah, yours made it in there.
Stop helping.
Stop helping! Click my link.
But yeah, because I was a maybe, but I'm pretty sure I'm confirmed now because Dirk and Miss Girk are locked in. I guess they had enough Marriott points to get a free hotel, so I'm gonna be rooming with them again. It was quite a party in there the other time. We even had Manic in there for a night. He'll never be back. Never again will he ever want to set
it was fine. It was the worst was that I don't know why you guys like to keep the room so fucking cold.
Oh, I like cold rooms, and when I found out they did too, I liked it. But
you could put like 50 degrees.
Hell
I got up in the
yeah.
middle of the night and I looked at the thermostat
Dude,
thermostat, and it was down to 50.
I go into places like if I go into a hospital for work, it's the worst because they keep the temperature at like 73 in there. I'm in there for 5 minutes and I'm sweating my ass off. Will Pittsburgh be on the show tonight? No, sorry, Bob. I don't know how. I don't have no way to get a hold of Pittsburgh. I don't know if Blazy does. He wasn't there last week, but.
And by the way, this hotel where the event is, or at least where our room blocks, is like 2 blocks from Bourbon Street on Canal Street. So don't even have to cross Canal and risk getting hit by a streetcar when you're super drunk at 3 o'clock in the morning.
What is there?
That's right.
Is there
Oh,
a
good.
crawfish boil?
I hope so.
Oh yeah, definitely. We were doing a crawfish boil.
Sick.
we're still just need to nail down a few more details, but that's definitely the one thing that is definitely happening.
Do we ride an airboat and wrestle a gator?
My man's is asking the real questions now.
Bull sharks.
I don't know about the airboats. I kind of wanted to go on a riverboat. Maybe we'll find a
A
gator.
riverboat
I don't
gambling
know.
trip?
Yo.
Can we make beef jerky and poop with the door open?
What?
Real man stuff, you know.
What?
That's a Step Brothers reference.
Oh.
Yeah.
That was over my head. I think I've seen that movie too.
Yeah, well, my bad.
Are you going to this, LB?
No, I don't go to any of these.
Psh.
Oh, come on.
I got a job. I can't just leave. Sorry.
I mean,
What is
there
it, May?
that.
Yeah, we're busy.
May.
May.
So,
I'll be in some other province doing some other stupid shit.
training,
Yeah.
commando stuff.
Well, I'm not a commando. I'm a mechanized infantryman. So we're just riding around in a motorhome with a gun on it.
That sounds
A
alright.
motorhome with
That
a gun
sounds
on it.
cool. Where can I
It
get
can
this
be.
motorhome?
General Dynamics Land Systems.
Yeah.
Anyways, EVE Online.
Eve Online. We can get to the E Vegas thing later. But let's move into some actual stuff. We want to hit the 2v2 tournament. That is coming up soon. It's the last. So they've been doing a tournament at each of the invasion stops. There's 7 teams locked in now. It's a 2v2 tournament. They're gonna have grand finals at FanFest. The 8th team, the last team for the bracket, is going to be chosen from. It's going to be an online competition. So let me put or someone else got the link in? I see someone else copying it. So you'll be able to start signing up December 3rd, and no, sorry, signups opened yesterday. You can sign up until December 3rd. Oh man, LB, we got to get you.
I hate my life.
There you go. So up until December 3rd. Now it's midnight December 3rd, so you have through December 3rd. The winning team will get a trip to FanFest, because that's all the winning teams got trips to FanFest because they're having the tournament live. They're not doing it online through there. So the winning team will go to FanFest for the grand finals to compete. I'm not sure what the actual ultimate prize is for the overall tournament, but December 4th, they'll reveal the bracket. December 7th and 8th is the matches. I believe they'll be broadcasting them, maybe? I'd hope so. I don't know if they are. Then December 15th, they'll be having the semifinals and the finals to see which team gets the spot. I was tempted to maybe sign up, but then I realized how bad I am at flying my own ship, so I decided not to. And I need another person. Manic, you want to sign up for this thing?
I know that feeling.
Sure.
Our charity room last weekend definitely drove home the fact on why I'm a Black FC and not a solo PvPer.
It's definitely a different. I think the only solo PvP I did was during the blackout, because my main thing is, I mean, I can fly a ship when I'm in combat. It's catching people that I'm terrible at.
Right.
But during blackout, you could just sit in a recon, and you're immune to descan, and you have all day to descan them down. It's like you take 5 minutes to descan someone, find out which anomaly they're actually in. You have that time, so now you can't.
Miss Blackout, please come back.
Yeah, who was it
Right?
that was that you, Manic, saying rolling blackout? I liked that idea.
Dude, yeah. So, and I don't think I'm the first one to propose this, but the idea of rolling blackouts through nullsec, maybe even through low and high, but like either by system or by constellation or by region, where like randomly throughout the month, like maybe once a month or once a week, a different section of space would have to experience blackout.
Almost like
And
incursions. Kind of roll them around like incursions
Yeah,
do.
like it's, and they're not necessarily set on a schedule. They're just completely random.
Theed Inco, 29 months actually.
Maybe for like 2 weeks, we would have no blackout, and that would like kind of keep people on edge, wondering when the blackout's going to come.
I mean, I'd be down for, I'm just wondering if you had a system set up that way, would all the ratters and everyone just stay docked up for the week that the blackout was in their spot? It would just become a dead
Yes.
region, would be my worry.
You're
Yes,
probably right.
That's what would happen.
The idea sounds really fun because, obviously, hey, let's go
Best case
roam around in this
scenario,
area that has
yeah,
blackout.
yeah.
So maybe cover several regions instead of just one. But I have a feeling it would be kind of a ghost town until the blackout lifted because they knew it would at
you're
that
right.
point.
You're totally right.
Because during the indefinite blackout, people are just, maybe this is the norm and I have to go make ISK, so they would just go risk
fucking
it.
Eve players ruining everything.
It's how you metagame shit.
They're ruining fun. That's what Eve players do.
Be cool if they tied Blackout to the to like incursions, like the Triglavian and the Sanchez incursions.
There you go.
I'd be down for that.
I mean, I don't know how feasible ratting is whenever you have a Sanchez incursion in your constellation, but like I don't know if you'll get your ass beat by the Africanized incursion rats or not.
We get Grath on to talk about that one.
Is Grath still a thing?
No, he's uninstalled the game. But there was a soundboard or SoundCloud of him losing his mind about losing a ship to
Fantastic.
Africanized incursion rats. Him and Mad Cat. That's pretty good.
That SoundCloud is fantastic. It's only second to the
it's up there.
to them losing the Revenant.
The no less than 12
No less
spies.
than 12 Black Legion spies.
I'm pretty sure
Yes,
every
that's it.
Grath SoundCloud I've heard was pretty amazing. I mean, not like him and Jeff. Just for a while, Jeff would. What was it? It was when they joined Waffles. Jeff would stream, and it was him and Grath and some of the Waffles guys running around roaming during blackout. And that was some fun shit.
That's what brought them all back.
It was, and then blackout went away, and they said, "Fuck it, they're gone for good." Well, maybe.
Who knows?
Shot. What's it? This is the thing. Apparently, shots have to be done to something. Do we have to do shots to anything?
No, I don't think so.
No.
Right.
What sound do we agree on? All right.
Oh yeah.
You want some fuck?
You want some fuck?
God, that reminds me of.
Do you want some making fuck berserker?
There was a. I forget
Lemon
what town it was.
smash.
It
I need a
was.
new drink. I'll be right back.
There was this town in Montana. I can't even remember what town it was. It wasn't me there, but we had our salesman for work out there, and he was just stayed in the motel. And he went to a bar, and there was some lady at the bar, and he was just asking. I think he said that she had half of her teeth, maybe. And he's asking her. He's like, "So what's there to do here?" And she said, "Drink and fuck."
Jesus.
Gotta appreciate her honesty.
Yeah, he's like, "Well, it's
She's not gonna lie to
town
him.
seems all right."
I've
it
been to
is
a few of those
Montana, yeah,
towns. Yeah.
That's what they say about Grand Forks too. Whenever I talk about people being overweight here, they're like, "What's there to do besides eat, drink, and fuck each other?" I'm like, "That's fair."
right.
Hmm.
What? Oh, was that you coughing?
No.
Okay, so
That was me thinking.
Makes a sound.
out loud. I need to stop leaning. So Twitch. No. Oh man, I wish we could have got Johnny Splunk on. I should have probably asked. I should have asked Rain to. Is he British or is he American?
He's American.
Okay, because I wasn't sure. I was like, if
It's
he's British,
Eve
he'd probably
Scout.
be too late for him. Well, I know it's Eve Scout, but I don't
You've
know if
never
I've ever
watched one of his straight. You've like, he was at Vegas.
I
He's
don't
been at
think
Vegas a couple of times.
Well, there's been a lot of people in Vegas I haven't met. Were they at the
Alright.
Cabana?
I don't think I remember him at the
Yeah.
Cabana.
I don't know. That's probably that might not be the best thing. The last couple of years, all we did was just sit at the Cabana all day, every day. So we didn't mingle as much because most everyone else was at the event stuff. But anyway, so Johnny Splunk, Twitch Plays Eve. He was in the top 5 for the Twitch Dev Jam for the add-ons. He had the. Now I know Rain explained exactly what. So it was the Twitch chat that was controlling the account.
Yeah.
No, so so normally when these Twitch Plays Eve things, when they first got started, like with Pokemon and Tetris and shit, all of the game commands were controlled through chat. So you would type !left and the character would move left or something like that. So you'd get a bunch of people in chat fighting for control of the game that way. But with Twitch Plays Eve, you actually interact with the client on the screen. There's an overlay where you can click on things in the overview and then you can orbit them or warp to them. You can
Oh.
click on the, your guns or your afterburner or warp drive or whatever. So it's all interactable via the screen. And there's even like some chat commands. When you dock up, there's a little button near the bottom of the screen that looks like a fidget spinner, and when you click that, it spins your ship around one time. So it's all done through the screen.
Excellent. Okay, because I knew it was the chat and the viewers that were controlling it. So with that being a thing, and he again, we already mentioned this, that he had to get permission from CCP, and they allowed it because it does require input broadcasting. It's automated inputs going into the game client, but in this particular case, CCP said it was fine because it wasn't multiple accounts running. It was actually slower and less efficient than an actual player playing it.
Yeah,
Essentially.
so Johnny basically he essentially got special permission from CCP to do this because the concern was that this is technically input broadcasting, but CCP liked the idea enough that they gave this Twitch Plays Eve account special permissions that if they get reported or if there's a GM who happens to be watching for suspicious activity and they see this Twitch Plays Eve thing going on, this particular account won't get banned.
Oh, that's cool. So they gave it a pass. But yeah, so
and
he was
it's not. I just want to say it's not Johnny's personal Eve account. This is a unique account set up specifically to play through this Twitch extension. So it's not like Johnny himself has special permissions to input broadcast. It's not that.
nice. These new alerts we got for INN actually sound like Vegas slot machines. Not gonna lie. Got the little bubbly poppy sounds. But yeah, so he was in the top 5 a while back, so we knew, and he was contending for top place. Well, he actually just won the top prize, so he got first place, grand prize, $25,000.
Yeah, so
That's not bad.
For being in the top 5, he won that 2,000, and then getting the grand prize was the 25 grand. So yeah,
I mean, kudos to him for that. So.
Congrats to Johnny and his team and the whole Twitch Plays Eve crew. I'm gonna throw up a shot for him.
Yeah. Might as well. And thanks for 9 months, Gibberish. You got your Twitch, baby. Oh. Now, with that overlay, so he gets the prize money. Is Twitch buying that? Do they get access to that overlay, or is that
No,
it was just a prize, and it's just a reward prize for a project that he did?
Yeah. So Twitch every now and then they'll do these dev jams, and a lot of companies, development companies like I mean, there's all kinds of like game development jams all over the place. But yeah, Twitch does their dev jam, and so this one was for unique and fun Twitch extensions. And Johnny Eat Twitch Plays Eve got the best one.
Get him, Johnny.
Get him.
Well done.
So with that, we'll go into the Aether Wars. This is interesting. They actually just upped another prize on this. So Aether Wars Phase 3. They did the Phase 2, how long ago was that? Month and a half.
Yeah.
They're doing another mass test tomorrow. I'm gonna jump on it just because it's free. They apparently have made some issues better as far as connections and just interactions in the game. I don't think they've added much new stuff to the demo. I think they added a couple new ships. Because before you could choose between, what was it, a Scorpion,
a Scorpion, a Gila, and
the frigate. What was the frigate?
What's
it wasn't a Merlin, but it was all
not a
Caldari
worm.
ships. The worm,
a
yeah.
worm.
So worm, Gila,
Oh,
and
was
Scorpion.
it a rattlesnake instead of a scorpion then?
I mean,
Yes, yeah, it was. It was all, yeah, it was
in
all
model
Charistas.
only.
Right.
Yeah, in model only, but yeah, it was basically the holes for the thing. And so I don't know if they're adding multiple races. They said they're adding a new ship. I don't know if they said one new ship or maybe a couple new ships, but essentially it's the same thing. You're going to run around, try and gather the resource, ZPC they call it. That's the in-game currency credit resource, whatever it is. So everyone tries to farm it from these clouds. Other people try to... I mean, I just ran around just blowing people up and then realized that's not the best way to get the high score. The high score is you get it by mining and then killing other people that are mining. So you have to mix PvP and industry, or crabbing. You want to crab and kill at the same time. And
Ooh, spicy crabs.
yeah, spicy crabs, because when you kill someone, you're supposed to get a portion. It was bugged out last time because there were times where I would die and you're only supposed to lose a portion of your ZPC, but then there were times I would die and go to 0. I'd have like, oh, I got 15,000, go to 0. And then there'd be times where I'd have 5,000 die and go to like 4,500. I didn't know how it worked. I don't think they did either. The thing is super buggy. It's still like it's not even a
some
pre-alpha.
people-
It's like a
not really
concept.
about the gameplay, though, is
it's
it?
not a
about
game.
testing the tech, right?
Yeah,
It's
they're
about
basically testing
the server tech. So
They
and
want to stress the
Yeah.
servers, so
I-
it's not about...
Yeah,
I was
it's
reading
all
some
about
of
the
smooth
some of the
gameplay
Steam
experience.
reviews. The Steam reviews are fucking hilarious because people think this is an actual game and it's not.
Yeah, well, I wonder how they can review it if they don't know what it is because you can't play it yet.
Well,
you download it, it's like, oh, just time until. Well, I guess the last 2 Saturdays they had
the
short little
last
tests.
two
but...
they had little tests, but this one is going to be the mass test where they want everybody in.
Yeah, they want to break the record that was it BTEC R set, and
they're not gonna do it.
They tried it last time, they couldn't break it. They tried it the first time, they couldn't break it. They're trying it again, but they're throwing some incentives in this time. Last time, I think the first place got what was it? It was a new GeForce card. What's
Yeah,
the
it was a
new? Is it the
graphics
1200
card.
line that they have? Like,
The 2080.
yeah, they got it. Yeah, so the top person got like a 2080 graphics card, and they gave out a couple other prizes. I thought that was an alert for a second.
But this time,
But this time, I was shocked. No, this time they are giving out. It was 1. Now it's 2. So they're giving out 2 packages of Trips for 2 to FanFest 2020. So all you have to do is get the most CPC by the end of the tournament. So
it's gonna be me.
you got to be the
I
high score
know
guy.
it's
So
gonna
the high
be
score
me.
guy gets one for him and her, or him and him, her and her, whoever you want to do, whatever you want to do. You get trips to Iceland. It's airfare and hotel paid. I don't know. I would hope that they would give you a FanFest ticket as well, but if not,
Yes,
those aren't.
you-
That,
They do.
Those are
All
like the
expenses
cheaper
paid.
part of it. Yeah, those are the cheaper part of the package. So basically, all you have to do is buy drinks and food. So you're still gonna rack up $2,000 apparently in Iceland. But
Right, because in Iceland everything is
Because
fucking
Iceland
expensive.
food-
Can I say I was blown away? So my first time in Iceland was in 2017 for FanFest, and the first night I got there, I didn't really eat anything. I was just so tired from the flight. But at like 10 o'clock at night, I was like, I need to eat something, and there was a little burger joint right outside the hotel where
yeah, they got to import all the beef though. That's the thing.
So yeah, and like people were saying like Iceland's gonna be expensive. It's gonna be expensive. I'm like, how bad can it actually be? I get down there, I get a burger, fries, and a Coke. $25 fucking dollars.
Man, that's like a nice steak dinner and
It's
a
like,
beer.
are you shitting me?
Yeah, but I mean, like that. What are you gonna do? They can't have cattle ranches there, so they
Yeah,
have to
yeah, no, I
import
get
by
it.
ship or air. All their, I mean, it's probably by ship.
Just eat the fish.
I would assume that fish is probably fairly cheap there.
Yeah, cheap fish. Yeah,
Fish and snow cones.
Yeah, those.
and geothermal power apparently.
But also, so again, they're giving out one for the highest score guy, and then the other one is just a. So this is the thing: you don't have to be good at the game to possibly win. You just have to be there and participate. Everyone that participates, they're gonna raffle one random person out of that, and they'll win the. I'm assuming it's obviously excluding the top score person, and they'll win a trip for two as well. So it's on Steam. That's the other thing. That's the one thing that I think is going to make this hopefully better for them. Is the last time they would send you an email which gave you a link that you could download a zipped version, like it was a zip file of the game. You had to unzip it. So hopefully you didn't, pay for WinRAR or something, but you could get it, and you would unzipped it and then installed it, and it was a quick little thing. This is much easier. You go onto Steam.
Drayden, if you give me chat permissions, I will link to the Steam page where people can download.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. So let's X up and. Oh no, I see you. All right, you have 1 minute to post.
You just have to type my name.
Well, it's easy because I could just click on you and it brings up a whole menu on my admin or my what am I?
Typing's hard.
My mod thing, and I could just click a permit thing.
Typing's too hard.
Yeah, so there's the Steam thing, or you could just search for Steam. It's Eve Aether Wars tech demo. If you just go Eve Aether Wars, or just type in Aether Wars, you should see it. And you just install it. It was funny because I installed it like a few weeks ago when I saw this, and then 2 days ago I looked at it and it was on my page of games that have an update. So they've updated it. It was a 34 megabyte update, so big changes. So just basically log in, and this is the nice thing. A lot of people are upset about the names for the last one. I didn't like mine. I think I got like Sea Falcon or some Pilot Sea Falcon was my name.
Yeah, you can set your own name.
You were able to previously. You had to email them back. I want my name changed to this, and they would do that for you. Like you
What?
and Rain.
No, it was in the client.
What?
Yes, it was in the client. You could
Are
set
you-
your name in the client.
Don't fuck with me, man.
Don't
fuck with me.
I am 100% serious, bro.
I'm doing a shot. Fuck that. Fuck that.
Good job, Sea Falcon.
I was Sea Falcon the whole time.
I'm gonna get Lady Scarlet to change your name on our Discord to Sea Falcon.
Well, some fuck.
I actually like that one. I actually like that almost better than the Lil Jon.
Do we do that?
Yeah,
Okay.
let's just do that. It's nice and subtle.
So-
Well, I mean, Manic. If Manic comes up with something, we'll use that too. But Manic, just gotta remember we can't use copyright stuff, man.
Little John was so good.
We're getting slammed hard for the copyrights.
So copyrighted.
So
Yeah, we're just
fucking
getting
stupid.
we're getting slap lawsuits on us all over the place.
Lil Jon has little lawyers, and they come fucking take your money.
Laws are
Do
stupid.
you guys actually get like a, some kind of flack for using that music, even if it's just clips,
I'll bet it's
Wi-
just
so-
or is it just
Imperium
demonetized or
covering
something
their
like that?
ass.
No. Here's the thing. INN's YouTube is not a monetized YouTube, so they don't have to worry. But it gets flagged, especially now. YouTube has become super overbearing on
Oh, so
copyright
this isn't about
infringements.
Twitch. It's
it's
about
not-
whenever these.
Well,
clips-
it's
these
also
get
on
posted.
Twitch. Here's the thing: is so
Yeah.
they're getting their because they have an automated thing to where when the video from Twitch goes to you or gets posted on Twitch as a VOD, it automatically gets uploaded to YouTube because Twitch has that option. And so so they don't have a chance to edit it or cut things out, and so when it gets sent over there, it goes over there with all any of the copyright music samples we use or whatever, and it gets flagged on YouTube and taken down immediately. And so then LifeShifter has to
It's not
go and cut parts out manually and then manually upload it. And then also they if you have copyrighted stuff on Twitch, it mutes that portion of the VOD, and so they don't like us having muted sections of our VOD. So they're basically just like, hey, just don't use copyrighted stuff. So we're like, okay.
It's not
That's
the
really dumb.
monetization necessarily, but it strikes against the YouTube channel. So
Yeah,
it's
and it's like
too
we
many
don't want to
strikes,
get
so-
INN in trouble
Channel gets shut
because
down.
you know we're
okay.
we're a bit of a maverick group when it comes to stuff, and we don't want them having their channels put in jeopardy because we're a bunch of dumb fucks.
I say because
You
I've
know-
definitely
you know
had a
what would
fair
solve
share
this?
of YouTube videos get demonetized in every country, but I thought that was the extent of it, and it's not like I'm making money off my YouTube channel anyway.
Yeah, if you're a monetized YouTube channel, I guess what YouTube has started doing is instead of taking your video down, a lot of times they'll actually if you have a monetized thing, they'll change it to where a bunch of the ad revenue actually goes to the copyright owners, and so they basically demonetize your video to you, and they take the ad revenue that would go to you as the uploader and send it to the other people.
But yet, all those lyric videos on YouTube just manage to stay there. You know what I mean?
It's
what's
a
the-
weird thing.
It's so inconsistent.
It's very.
Right.
'cause
There's
I have
zero
a
consistency.
Not that we
Channel,
want to get into the fair use.
Yeah,
obscenity that is
I'm very
YouTube, but,
unhappy
like-
with YouTube at the moment. I don't like what they've been doing. They've been fucking with. There's some shit with. Dogs are pissed. Jesus, shush.
I don't like YouTube either.
Yeah, they don't like
Yeah,
YouTube either.
It drives me nuts because like I've had videos just make it so because it used to be if you posted a video with copyrighted content in it, you just couldn't watch it in certain and just entirely couldn't watch it in certain countries. So I had a video from whenever CO2 lived in tribute of us fighting someone. I think it might have been in Cobalt Edge or something. Doesn't really matter. But they took the entire you could only watch the video in like Albania or one fucking country, and it was like, what's the point of this? You know what I mean? All these lyric videos of the song that I actually download, the video I downloaded the song from. But they're all those. Where do you draw the line? Plus, now Billboard counts the views on the lyric videos. So like some amateur just typing up fucking lyrics into Windows Movie Maker.
Notepad.
Yeah, and then fucking running them along with the music. Those count towards the Billboard Top 100 now. So what's the, you know what I mean? Where do you draw that line?
Oh, so they're counting YouTube views as listens?
So if you looked back whenever it was super popular, remember
Well,
the
it kinda
Harlem
is,
Shake
in a
videos?
way.
The Harlem Shake was the top song on the Hot
Yeah,
100 for
that
about
was-
2.5 weeks.
Was that just before or just after the Gangnam Style flash? Like
That was before,
it was before. Okay.
I think.
Yeah, I 'cause
remember,
I
like-
remember the Harlem Shake and I remember Gangnam Style, and that was YouTube's. I wouldn't
I
say
feel
it's
like
heyday,
they were
but that
around the same time. But
they were very close. They were actually overlapped each other. I'm pretty sure.
But that was the weird thing because I watched a review of mine and somebody said that all that counts towards Billboard views and how well a song is doing and tracking and stuff like that. And they're like, well, now the Harlem Shake is the number one song on Billboard, and it's like, wait a minute, that's not even a real song. It's just like it's a sample from a different song.
yeah,
So not only is it the wrong song on Billboard, everybody just identifies it with the videos, and it is ridiculous. But
Yeah.
but God forbid one Eve video has a fucking Little John song on it. Done.
And it's such a
Cross
weird
the
thing
line.
because the Vegas recap that we did, where I played the recap video I made that had the Rihanna song, the Cheers song.
Oh, I bet
that video
flagged.
got instantly flagged and removed from INN's YouTube before it even uploaded. Like it didn't even finish. It was going
Yeah,
to
that's
upload.
part
It
of
was
the
in the
automated
finalizing thing, and then it just got taken down and flagged. Whereas I uploaded that same video on my personal YouTube, which maybe it's a number of subscribers because I think I have like 20 subscribers on my YouTube. Like it's
Yeah.
just a thing where I put it to where
think if
people
you're
want to
small
watch
enough,
it.
you
It's
can
there.
Get away with more
Yeah,
shit.
and so I put it there, and it's like, it's the full song is on there. I have a bunch of, I have shit with Motley Crue songs on there. I have shit with
Actually,
AC/DC songs on there. None of it
YouTube-
gets removed.
So it's like the opposite of Twitch. So if you're really popular on Twitch, you can break any rules you want.
Yep.
But on YouTube, if your channel is small enough and nobody gives a shit, you can get away with whatever you want.
Basically, yeah. So
Not always though, because
I know,
I'm however they
being facetious.
figure out that you're using the song. Like I can't imagine there's some intern sitting there going through every new YouTube video that's uploaded,
That would
listening
not
to
be
it.
possible.
and
Right.
if you're not a monetized, well, isn't there two forms of YouTube? There's the monetized, like fully monetized YouTube channel
YouTube Premium.
premium, and then there's the one where it's not really monetized, but you get. Isn't there like a mid step almost? I'm not sure. I just watch YouTube. I don't actually
Right.
do YouTube.
It was so much
Yeah.
simpler back in the day.
Dude,
Like-
yeah, I miss the golden age of the internet. I really
College
do.
humor.
Back before,
College
back before
humor,
every
College
style
humor was great.
project.
Like E-Bombs World.
E-Bombs
the
World,
good shit.
goddamn.
The Newgrounds,
Newgrounds.
Newgrounds.
Yeah. The good shit.
LimeWire.
No.
Oh,
No,
I-
no,
I-
no,
you know
never,
what?
never
I-
touched LimeWire.
I
Never.
got 2 viruses from LimeWire.
Just fight through that shit. You'll be fine.
I mean,
Albino black sheep.
I just
Yep,
put
those
cream
are
on
the
my
ones.
keyboard and
Albino
it
black sheep, yeah.
fixed it, but
So I don't know how many people know this, but there was actually a premium version of LimeWire that would like take away all of the ads and all the adware that they baked into that. But you could download the premium version from
Through
free
the
version.
regular
Yeah.
one. Yeah. That's like WinRAR. Everybody has that same pirated, non-subscribed
Right.
copy of WinRAR.
what the hell? Cap Strong is calling us old? Wait, are we older than Cap Strong?
Hold on. No.
Oh.
Capstrong is
Cap
literally
strongest
like
members when you
85
had
years
to
old.
use a rotary phone. Leave him alone.
Okay. Just checking.
He gets the cheap bus fare.
I never used LimeWire. I used Napster. We were just talking about this at
Yeah,
work today too.
Napster.
Yeah,
Napster was
Napster.
safer and better.
I'm
not gonna lie. I used LimeWire. I don't think I ever. Jesus guts. I don't think I ever got animal porn.
Oh,
in my
darn.
LimeWire.
Don't start
Yeah.
with IRC. I watched Manic
No,
play a game. the
but
other
I
night,
did.
those
I
IRC.
did get a lot of songs from
That
LimeWire,
was- that
and
was
most of them were
game.
fine, and a couple of them had
IRC was
viruses.
great.
I just had to reformat. It's all good.
So LimeWire and Morpheus were terrible to
Wait,
use.
there's a Morpheus?
There was a
I had
Morpheus.
LimeWire,
Was this after the Matrix?
Frostwire, Kazaa.
I think it was after. Yeah, Kazaa was
Are you
good. I
quoting
liked
that song
Kazaa.
right now?
song?
Don't download this song, the Weird Al song.
Don't download this song. That's a good one.
Yeah, it is.
I just.
There was like half those programs they said after LimeWire. I'm like, those aren't real. He definitely just made all that shit up.
Speaking of the Napster, that's the analogy I use. As YouTube is going full Metallica in Napster days.
Yeah.
On,
It's all.
on-
It's
on
all.
their uploads.
It's all about the money.
It is all about. Do we get back to Eve? I'm down to keep
Yeah.
talking about YouTube.
We can talk about that on the after
Reminiscing
show.
about LimeWire.
Or
We're.
LimeWire. We could talk about MySpace.
Isn't there some sort of chapter 2 of something coming out?
Oh yeah.
Chapter
Oh, yeah.
3, I thought.
Chapter.
I just had it
Invasion
open.
Chapter 2.
Chapter
Chapter
2.
3. Chapter
November
2?
26th.
We did phase 3 of
Oh.
Aether Wars, but we're going
Oh,
into chapter
yep,
2.
yep, you're right
of
Yeah,
on
the
Eve Invasion Chapter 2 launches on this Tuesday, the 26th coming up. I was you linked that picture in the show notes, Blazing, but I didn't. I was trying to find the actual article with the bullet point changes
So-
that are coming, but
So whenever I linked that, you're talking about the rapid fire updates. Well,
Yeah.
So whenever I linked that, I couldn't find it. That was from my email, and I couldn't find it where it actually said it in the dev blog, where it
Yeah, yeah.
along with the invasion and fight with the Empire, fight with the Triglavians, all that shit. And the rapid fire stuff isn't on the dev blog for it, or if it was, I didn't see it. The two
there I got
times
it.
scrolled through it.
Whoever's also is trying to copy it, you probably don't have permissions to link it in the chat. I got it. Just
But it's that's what I'm more excited for. I don't really do the invasion thing, but whoever gets that Dread BPC, fucking sell me that dog.
right. So the
I want one
BPCs for
so
the Dread,
bad.
it's just gonna be BPC drops and that's it. There's not gonna be any BPOs for this at all.
Right, but did you look at so somebody had a link to me the
Zernitra Dread.
yeah, the uterus dread. Somebody linked
Yeah,
me
basically.
the material cost for actually building one, and it's on par with like a Naglfar. So so long as people aren't price gouging for the BPC, we should see quite a few of them.
I bet they will.
Prepare to be gouged.
I bet they'll be gout because you can get a BPO for a nag, and so
Right, but you can also farm the
I know
BPCs
you can
for
farm.
this on HiSec, so it makes it relatively safe.
True, but the fact that it is not a infinitely renewable thing like Dread BPOs,
Right,
there is
no,
there's still going to be it. Initially, I bet they're super expensive, and there's going to be those dumb people that will pay triple the price. They'll pay like 8 to 10 billion for a Dreadnought. Okay, I take back the dumb thing.
I will
Sorry.
absolutely do that right now.
I mean, I won't do that. I would.
You contact me as Zenatra BPC or whatever the fuck it is for, would you say 15 or 20 bill? I will.
Oh,
will
I
pay.
said like it would probably go for like 8 to 10. I would assume that's like triple the price of a normal Dread. But people will pay that just to have the first ones when no one else has them. They sound really cool, but they'll be high, and then eventually the farming
Right.
of the BPCs will. I assume that they'll still, even when the price settles, I bet they'll be higher than a normal dread, but maybe not by that much.
Which is honestly how faction dread should be, though, right? Because the reason you have to pay for 35 bill for a Cayman or a shit. What's the Blood Raiders one? Whatever.
Yeah.
The two that you get from the Sotoyos is because they only come from the Sotoyos, and which is stupid. If otherwise, if you look at the build costs on building those two dreads, it's on par with the rest of the dreadnoughts, which is what
Well,
something
hopefully
I
it would
kind
be.
I complain about regularly. Is like why is this like this?
Well, you say it's
the
a faction
Serpentis
dread.
is
I
different.
wonder, because here's the thing that this is a question I've always wondered about the Triglavian stuff as opposed to, pirate faction, Guristas, Blood Raiders, all that stuff. Those are pirate factions. They usually have multiple bonuses because they're almost like a combination of two races usually. So you get these extra bonuses that are over the top of the normal ship. And so it's better, obviously. With the Triglavians, I almost see them as like a new race. It's not an empire race, but it's a new race of ships. It's not a faction ship where they have a few upgrades of a certain hull. They are completely new and unique ships. They're a new and unique race line. And so I don't know if they're faction. I think that they would probably settle, or they should settle in the same area of normal ships, just with a difference. Amara is like armor and lasers. Caldari is missiles and hybrids, and then shields. But they have the unique like disintegrators for the weapons.
The disintegrator bonus. They have
are they armor
neutralizations, smart bomb, and armor rep, either range or amount.
Right, so they're
which is weird.
They're
right?
like
I wonder what the
entirely
motivation
new
for that
race
was.
of ship. So if they're making it more of a racial ship and not a faction or Tech 2 type, well, they have Tech 2s, but then I would assume that they should be on par with the Tech 1 versions of the Empire races.
True. Yeah, that makes sense. But the way they made it sound in Vegas, right, is that the Triglavians isn't really just the end of introducing the new lines of ships or new and unique weapon systems either, though. So hopefully, as the diversity, imagine a meta where instead of having the four races of the usual ships, the Amar, Galante, Mimitar, and Caldari, now we have like 8 to 10. Then what's your justification for flying Munins all the time? Then you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, it's been taken. That's the thing, is it's taken a bit of a rollout, because they came out the first few, and then they add some more. They added some Tech 2s. Now they're adding the Dread. They're getting into the capitals. I would not be shocked to see Triglavian carriers and supers coming out. A Trig Titan.
So
would
I
be
think
pretty sweet. Imagine a Doomsday that has to charge up, but does more damage than normal Doomsday, but has to charge up over time.
Doomsday that ramps up, yeah.
Or honestly, I would settle for a regular Doomsday just with a new effect, because that's honestly one of my favorite things about this game is how over the top and obnoxious Doomsday effects are. Like the Ragnarok, the main reason I want a Moloch, which is a different tangent, is because you can fit the Mimitar Doomsday to it, which would be awesome. But just a new effect, just new stuff, right? New effects, new.
Well, that's kind of what the disintegrator weapons were. Like we haven't had a weapon like that before, and same with their reps. They have the scaling reps, right?
Yes.
So
right. So
if the BPCs are drops from invasion stuff, what about the guns? Because these are unique guns too, right? Extra large trumpet disintegrators.
I would
are
assume...
they dropping from the sites as well, or are there BPCs for that?
I would assume that they drop.
BPOs.
I think there's BPCs for it. So that's the way you get your. So whenever the Vedmak and all that stuff came out before the Ikitursa and all that was released, I tried to make a small fortune on collecting up all of the materials to build the medium disintegrators. So they drops the BPC and you build it out of normal materials, and if you want to make the Tech 2 one, you invent it. So I would assume it does the same thing, but I don't think they've really released a whole lot of information about how that stuff gets, what the drop rate is, or like how you actually go about acquiring it. Hopefully it's not super convoluted. Otherwise, we're gonna see 30 bill Zenatras or Zentras, which would suck.
I know people would pay that, but why for a dread?
And it makes
For
it
a
so
dread
like
that's not overpowered. If it'd be one thing if it was like a super overpowered dread that actually had like massive, excessive stats, but it's
a dread.
a dread.
It's something that will
just a
see
general
somebody
flat-out
will
dread.
realize
It's a
it
new
costs
dread.
35 billion isk and you'll get bombed and get killed.
Yeah.
Like it's pointless. And the shitty thing is somebody spent, a team of people spent so much time and effort in order to design and implement a faction dreadnought or whatever, and then it doesn't get used just on virtue of the way it spawns in the game. There's no reason to use it in actual PvP. I would love to see a game where whenever you get Dread Bomb, it's a mix of all 4 dreads plus the faction ones, because the utility of like if someone dropped a Chemosh, that's what it's called, a Chemosh. Someone dropped a Chemosh in the middle of a Dread Bomb, the newts on that are so ridiculous. Like it's almost way worth it to eat a 8 bill loss on a dread for the crazy amount of neutralization that it does, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, so they're gonna obviously there's gonna be new skills released with this to, for the disintegrator weapon and the dreadnought itself. I would assume those skill books, because are they going to be seeded on the general market like the other? Because with some of the Triglavian skills, they're seeded on the main markets, and then other ones you have to find, right?
I thought you had to find all of them. This would be a good Astarothi question, I think. But
because I've never done any of the stuff as far as farming any of the Triglavian stuff. I've always just, hey, I need the skill. Oh, it's there in Jita. Cool, buy it up. I wasn't sure if I was buying from a person or from an NPC, but
you generally find the skill books and components to build the ships in Abyssal space.
Well, and here's the thing that I was wondering I think why I was saying that I think some of them are actually seeded on the market and then some aren't, because the new ability they added to where you can just right click on a skill and be like buy and train.
You can't do that with Triglavian skills.
You can with some, I thought. I'm pretty sure I did it with some.
That's only like the starter skills.
Right, well, but like the Triglavian frigate, or the precursor frigate, precursor cruiser.
There's no way those are included.
Are you sure?
No, because every time I log in, I realize
maybe I'm on
I can't
crack,
Kiki
but I think
Mora
I
on
did
Blazing.
that.
I think you're literally on crack.
Did I do
Anytime
crack today?
I log in and try to do it for a Kikimora because I can't fly it on Blazing, it doesn't let me.
Well, because I don't know, maybe I'm crazy, but I'm pretty
sure
sure I remember.
They're not. CCP's not just going to let every new player just magically inject Triglavian.
I'm pretty sure
right?
I used that ability to inject like a quarter of the Triglavian skills I needed, and then I had to go to Cheetah to get the rest.
CCP Darwin still in chat? CCP Darwin, please.
Darwin, help!
Set us straight.
Please help! Please. Please
you can inject them, but you can't buy.
That he's wrong and I'm right.
Well, yeah, you can inject them, but I used the right. I don't know. Maybe I'm just crazy. My brain remembers it that I right clicked on a couple of those skills. Was like, yeah, train that, buy and train, buy and train, buy and train, and then there was some that I, like the specialization skills for the weapons, and even like some of the mediums and larges. I think I couldn't get, but as far as just the frigate and cruiser skills, I thought I was able to just straight buy and inject those, but.
Unless that's been done recently, I don't think, because like even William Weast in chat says all the trig and precursor skills you have to buy from the market.
I thought I did it, but maybe I'm thinking of something else. I'm crazy then.
Which is kind of, maybe they'll change it in the far, far future, but like, I mean, I remote bought Amar Titan, so it's kind of ridiculous.
He said he
bought and trained them from the market. Yeah, and then CCP Darwin says, I don't think any of the Triglavian skills are NPC seeded. However, you might be able to buy and train skills that are on the market.
Oh, maybe if I was in the region and they were seated there. Maybe I did that. I don't know.
Yes,
it's been a while.
You can remote buy and train racial Titan skills.
Yeah. Yeah, ever since they came out with that, it's nice and handy. Especially, I think they initially came out with that for newer players to make it easier for them to be like, oh, I don't have the skill, right click. Oh, yeah, buy it and trade it. So they don't have to go fly and get stuff. So, but it actually, it might be helpful to newer players. But man, I'm not gonna lie. On my main pilot, he has most of the skills, so at that point, he didn't really have anything he could. But on my alt, that I just started training the capitals, and I had to get all the low end combat, all the core skills and everything. That made it so easy to not have to go fly around and catch all that shit.
Shareable bookmarks. That's the thing coming on Tuesday.
That's
That-
oh yeah.
Right, so that's another thing coming out of this. So shareable bookmarks, the Zernitra Dread, but yeah, so shareable bookmarks, those are coming out, and it's so you can share them, and you can also have access on, kind of like an expiration and who has access to these
So it's
things.
set up like
It's-
ACLs, right?
It's ACL
It's
based.
ACLs and there's expiries on them as well.
I mean, that'll be handy.
So I'm sure wormholers are gonna love this.
That'll be so handy because no longer
It'll be
actual
handy for
wormhole
null.
alliances now.
It will,
But,
because you
like-
don't have to contract bookmarks, leave them in a station. Someone has to come pick them up, inject them, and then go out.
Plus, like a lot of us who probably fly around in null predominantly or anything that's not wormhole space, probably a lot of us scan on an alt, not on your main, and trying to get your bookmarks over if your alt's not in the same corp is really annoying. I like it for that.
Yeah.
However, for wormholers, I don't fly in wormhole space, so somebody who has a lot more experience in that field could probably attest to this more than I can.
Do we have
But I
a wormholer
imagine-
A
here?
lot more. Yeah, I'm a wormholer, by the
If
way.
only we
Oh,
only we had a
wormholer, by the way.
wormholer here.
He's a wormholer.
Maybe
I
right
didn't
here.
want to
Hi.
assume, to be honest.
Wormholer,
Yeah,
by the way. Hashtag.
We didn't
wormholer,
want
by
to
the way.
assume your
I don't want
So-
to assume that
we didn't
anybody
want to
is a
assume your
wormholer.
security status.
I'll let you know.
I don't
Give me a
want to
minute and I'll
insult
talk
anybody.
all about it.
So, isn't
Yeah,
it going
so,
to be
like, now
annoying
you can have
for?
actual wormhole alliances. So I'm in a wormhole alliance, and the only reason we have it in an alliance is to have a cool symbol. That's the only reason. There's only one corp in it,
Right.
and the holding corp. So now you can have actual wormhole alliances because you can create an access control list and share it between all the corps that are in the alliance.
Mm.
As well, you have the expiration dates, and I think the lowest you can set it is 48 hours, which is there's 4 types of wormholes that last 48 hours. So they've taken the wormholers' advice to heart with the expiration dates. So that's good to see.
Well,
So, are
Gonna be
you
good.
worried that it'll kind of contribute to the rise of like wormhole coalitions, or is that just not even a possibility?
Oh, it's always been a possibility. There's still wormhole coalitions.
But I mean,
it's
this will kind of
easier, though.
enable it, though, wouldn't it?
it'd be.
It's gonna make it way easier.
It would essentially be like allowing jump bridges to be used, like when they change the jump bridges to where you don't have to be in the alliance anymore.
Right.
Yeah. It's not gonna change anything PvP wise or politics wise.
It'll just
Wormholes
make
is weird.
It'll make
It's-
ease of access, or
It's
you
a
know, just
think of wormholes like
use it a lot
feudal
easier.
Japan. Like there's samurais riding around and they're fighting each other, and then once in a while they'll team up and they'll fight other samurais. It's very Ii Bushido fucking.
Mm,
And if you don't fight, then nobody likes you and they come kick you out of your hole. It's kind of weird.
daimios.
It's not fucking. It's not like nullsec. It's weird. It's a weird place. And but the access control list bookmarks is gonna make wormhole alliances an actual thing now.
I was gonna say if you don't fight in nullsec, you get to keep your space, but
That's right. Yeah. And wormholes opposite.
Oh yeah. I was supposed to ask you, LB. Do you know where Just Let It Happens live?
oh come
No.
on now.
Do you want me to find it?
Yeah.
I-
Find out.
Just
We
let it happen.
need to know. Well, I need to know just for certain.
That's the squid people, right? The purple squid.
Yeah, that's the one you were asking. Like, does anyone know where they
Yeah,
live?
I was like,
let
wonder
me
why
find
he
out. I
asked
think
that,
I know
and
what
then I'm
wormhole.
like, wait a minute.
I was like, I'll ask LB. Because I
didn't
tried
know
looking
that's
on.
who you're gonna ask. Like, you
I-
didn't say you were gonna ask him.
Well, I said I was like, I'll check with LB, and I tried looking on Zkill and doing some investigative work, and it was not fruitful.
Link me their actual corp and we'll keep an eye out.
Oh man, I'll have to look for it. Yeah, it's
The
there's
the
an
backstory
alliance
behind that is we have a Rataru, an original Sinners Rataru, anchored off one of the GOTG Keepstars, and nobody from GOTG came to defend it, but like two dedicated lads in fucking what could go, or
Just Let It
just
Happen.
let it happen, came and tried to kill it by themselves.
There was a guy in a Vexer, Or was it a Vexor Navy? I think
It was a Vexor.
It was just
It
a
was a regular
Vexor, and then
Vexor.
they had a Dictor, and the Vexor was just by himself shooting the Rataru with his drones, and just he was
Bless his
set.
heart.
Yeah, he
Yep,
was
so
going
I
to be
asked-
on that for hours, and then we dropped him, and then after we blew him up, a Dictor came in and aggressed like the two guys that were then dropped the Vexor and killed it.
Yeah, so then I asked my fleet to find these guys wormhole, and then we can go from being a nullsec only alliance to fighting in wormholes too. But I never actually thought he'd ask.
I haven't forgot. I told you I'd try and figure it out. Oh man. Before we finish with, I did talk to Lady and she said it was fine. Just before we go, this is just a little intermission thing. I have to. I like when we saw it on that fleet. I had to.
What is that?
I'm putting it in chat. It's the Hydra contract.
Oh my god!
So,
Yikes.
apparently NC Dot. Well, the whatever. Someone put up a Hydra on contract and forgot how many zeros to put in there and sold a Hydra for 175 million instead of 175
God
billion.
bless 'em.
Yeah, so someone got a very cheap
Good deal.
AT ship, and it was on public contract, and we all thought it was like a fake picture, and someone found the actual in-game legit contract link, and it's legit. That shit sold for 175 million. Nice.
Luckily, it's only one. Like I think if you win the AT, you get like 30 or 40 of them, don't you?
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I was laughing my ass off, and I was asking Lady, I was like, "Is it all right if I talk about this? I mean, we're not going to make it a main topic, but I just want to bring it up because it's funny." She's like, "Let me just quote Vince. He said, fuck, what did he say? He said like, I don't give a shit, period, or end of story." Like, so he's just like, "Fuck it, I don't give a fuck."
It's very typical Vince.
Yeah.
We've been teaching him how to use emojis, and ever since we recruited a corp from NSH, they've been teaching him how to use emojis in Discord, and it's been an experience.
Yeah. Oh, that was the other thing. Like, it was a public contract, so it doesn't actually say who was the purchaser, so we don't know who bought it. It's a mystery, but someone did.
If someone in Best Friends Forever would be able to see, I think.
I think Lady and Vince could probably have a way to find out, but obviously that's not going to be something they'd probably tell me. But
In like, if you mouse over whenever you're in contract the price, and you're typing out zeros, it tells you
It
what
tells
you're
you.
at.
right,
Yeah.
you should do that.
But that takes time.
Does it though?
Effort.
Takes a, it
I wish
takes
I had
effort.
seen it. Although if I had seen it and bought it, I probably would have had to give it back.
Oh, I wouldn't have said should.
Yeah, until they come.
Back
to
when
you.
I well, no, never mind. I'm not going to tell the story because it'll get into something else.
Oh, please do tell.
No. We said we weren't going to talk about it, so I don't
Oh,
bring it
okay.
up.
Sorry,
Never mind,
sorry,
never mind.
Okay,
request for
Manic.
time.
That I
Jeez.
forgot.
All right.
You guys want to talk about the rapid fire change?
Yeah. I'm
What
gonna do a
is it?
shot first.
Oh,
yeah. And then I'm
Can we
also
do a
gonna-
shot for my kidney stone that passed today?
You all
Billy
some
the-
fuck.
What was the name of it? I saw it on Twitter or Discord, and I forgot instantly.
Yeah, it was
Billy
excellent.
the kidney stone.
Billy the Kidney Stone.
Fuck.
Cheers to Billy the kidney stone.
Cheers,
Get
Billy.
get the fuck out of my urethra.
Did you keep it?
Do they let you keep them?
So okay, so
I mean,
sometimes
No.
So-
sometimes
vial
you
and
do.
keep it
So
around
I
your
didn't.
neck?
I didn't keep mine, but sometimes they do want people to keep them so that they can run tests on them to
You'd
see
have
if
to like
anybody
fish
has.
that
Yeah.
out. I'm
They-
not
that's
fishing
what-
that out.
That's what I heard
Yeah,
too.
no.
Like after you pass it, they want you to bring it back in so they can test it and see
Yeah.
what in your diet contributed to the kidney stones development.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
I mean that's fair.
Yeah. They'd
So the rapid fire change, and it was hinted at in Vegas that this was possible, but I don't actually care about the entirety of that change. They could have just put the words "the Munin will be nerfed" in like 45-point font in Comic Sans, and it would have still been as well received as it is now. I am so fucking sick of seeing
I want-
Munin fleets. You have
I want
no
CCP
idea,
to release a dev blog in Comic Sans now.
right?
Right,
45
Pink.
point font.
Just those three words: Munin is nerfed, and that was it, and it'd be fantastic.
Well, so yeah, because I remember in the Showrunner channel, you linked the picture of the thing with some of the. It was just very vague, saying like this is gonna be nerfed, this is gonna be buffed.
Right.
These are getting some changes, but it didn't go into the details.
So the
And
big,
I
so
looked
the
all
TLDR,
over CCP's site, couldn't find anything about these.
So the TLDR of the rapid fire change is they talked about. Let me pull it up so I don't make sure I don't botch this. They talked about the mutant nerf, which is really the main key part of it. And then adjusting explosion velocity on Typhoons and Bellicose, which to be honest, I forgot the Bellicose was a ship till now. And something about TFIs, but I have to look at it.
Oh yeah, there was something about TFIs and Stabber fleet issues.
Maybe something about them needing a damage bonus or them adjusting autocannons. It's one of the two.
I think it was the autocannon changes, but they mentioned those two ships specifically, so I assume that it's more than just the autocannon change, because, you know, if it's an autocannon change, then every ship that, you know, all the Minotaur ships that fit those, like Hurricanes, would get a buff from that if you do a Whelp cannon.
Good news for the fans of the Stabber Fleet Issue Cruiser and the Tempest Fleet Issue Battleship. They are getting an extra damage bonus
Rate of fire.
to their rate of fire.
Right, okay, yeah, rate of fire.
Damage
so.
bonuses to their rate of fire. Those are two very different things. But
I wonder if
more
it's a damage
importantly,
bonus because of rate of fire?
After autocannons being terrible since the barrage nerf, medium autocannons are also getting an upgrade across the board. Is probably the best news I've seen about projectile weapons. Because right now, just medium autocannons are so bad.
Yeah, which makes me sad because was it Hurricanes? Because everyone, when you know the Whelp cane, everyone puts arties on them, and I remember back in the day, maybe it's just a nostalgia thing, but we'd load those things up with 425s.
Two medium newts, doubles, large shield extenders, and an invul.
MWD,
Yep,
and then just you put a damage control and then max the lows with
gyro.
The gyro stats.
3, 2, 1, 3 gyros, 2 tracking, 1 damage control.
Yeah, and you just put warriors in there and you just go balls to the wall, just in your face.
You can nuke out a carrier
ships.
in like
it's kind of like blaster taluses. You fly them like that. You just get up in their face and blow the shit out of them or die trying. And I fucking love that fleet. And
so the other thing is, whenever I started into Null around 2009, 2010 timeframe, there was a ship that you always hated seeing whenever you were trying to PvE, and it was the Vagabond. And no one flies them anymore because medium autocannons suck. And I remember it was around the Summer of Rage timeframe. They removed the Vagabond neck frill, so it looked like a stabber, and the fucking community went nuts, and they had to put it back.
I didn't know they removed it, because I think by the time I was able to fly those, they had already put them back, and I think they'd updated the look of them, so they looked more like a dragon, like a frilled lizard type of thing coming off.
Right,
of it.
And that was the key thing about the Vagabond, is it had the neck frill, and then I want to say it was actually Incarna. They took it away, and then the community is like, "What the fuck is this? Why is this gone?"
Incarna was just before my time. I came in halfway through Crucible, which was the next expansion right after Incarna, I think.
It was fantastic. I honestly miss Vagabonds. I actually might buy one now to fuck around with this weekend, but it opens up so many new platforms that used to be really widely used, like Cinnaballs and Vagabonds and Stabbers, like you said.
Yeah, Cinnaball. I remember Cinnaballs used to be like the creme de la creme of like
Sleipnirs, like. You open up possibilities across the board that weren't there now they are, which is really cool.
Phantasm fleets. Those weren't ever great. I don't know if there was ever a time where they were good, but they were fun.
Phantasms are lasers.
Well, yeah, they're lasers. They don't have anything to do with it, but
Oh.
I'm just.
I was like, I really hope you don't fit autocannons to a Phantasm.
Well, I mean, you put arties on Abaddons, right?
No, you do not. That's why we killed FCON, is to stop that.
Oh man.
But I wanted to ask about so remember we were talking about Eve London and how you didn't think they were going to announce anything. So with these rapid fire changes, do you think that would attribute to them not announcing anything at Eve London? Because Vegas really introduced the rapid fire, I don't know, time period.
It's the Team Talos era.
Right.
Oh, right. Oh,
so do you think the rapid fire changes every 2 weeks would make it so there's no point in announcing changes every, at London,
Well,
or
Team Talus wasn't supposed to do like Jesus features. They were supposed to just
No,
like,
no,
go around
they're
adjust
they're
things.
almost like a quick fix tweaking to adjust meta. I don't know if I say adjust meta. That might be the wrong wording because they don't want to.
just like nudge the meta.
It's
Just give a little
Right.
nudge.
maybe yeah. It's more of a if something seems not just like it's popular but if it's actually seen as
everybody's
overpowered
spawning
or
Munin?
working
Let's nerf the Munin.
not as intended, they're gonna do they're the ones that quickly. They were actually talking about this on the Meta Show on Saturday during the whole charity drive. I watched some of it. I didn't see all of it because I was in the middle of doing other shit as well. But they were talking about it was actually Rise was saying that they're going to be doing small tweaks, but they will also be coming up with some new smaller things, but they're not going to be designing big projects.
right?
But
Which is a good thing, right? Because you don't want the meta, the fleet meta, to stagnate. Because because now we have 4 solid months of rolling Munin fleets,
right. Well, and
which is a good thing for other people who really enjoy Munins. But on the flip side, like, you don't really want to get to the point where everybody flies the same thing, because then you don't really, there's no counterplay there. It's like, okay, I'm gonna design a doctrine that I think my guys would enjoy. Never mind, Munins kill it all the time. Like,
well, and so there was actually someone that just said tweet the game, get rid of loot safety. Not loot safety, but that reminds me of something that also Rise said. But before I get into that, I forgot what I was going to say initially, so maybe let's go straight into that. So Rise was actually talking about, now this is something that it's not a quick tweak. It was something that they were saying that they might, it might have just been an idea. He was just riffing off the top of his head, and it might not actually come to fruition, but it actually sounded like a really cool idea. He said something to do with citadels, to where it would actually, he wanted there to be an incentive to kill citadels instead of just a kill mail, because like, yeah, you might get a kill mail, but usually the resources and time and effort you put in to kill a citadel is not really worth the value of the citadel, which is why people rarely go kill them unless they're actually just trying to clear certain space out of them. But for the most part, there's like, it's not worth the effort. And so he was thinking about these things where instead of just a citadel and it blows up and that's it and you get a kill mail and nothing else, he wanted there to be value you could recover from the wrecks. And it was essentially, he was talking about maybe some kind of insertion module that you put in there, that when you destroy a citadel, you can loot that module, and that is the module that you have to, it's like a power-up module. Like, you need it to power the citadel, so you have to buy these or make these to put them, and they have to be in the citadel to power it. And or maybe they give certain bonuses or something. I don't know if he said that, but I thought he said that. And so when you kill the citadel, you can grab that, and it's worth a bunch of money because it has value, because you need it to run citadels, and you can either put it in the citadels that you have, or you can go and sell it to people that want to put citadels up. And so there's now all of a sudden there's an actual value and a loot driver towards killing these things, that people might actually want to start killing them.
but that's not the issue with Well, that is one of the many issues of Citadels.
It's not the only issue, but that would help at least.
Right, but that's the the steps that are required to kill a Citadel. That's not the part that is the most aggravating part about Citadels,
It's the
right?
time.
It's the time. So right now, if you follow nullsec politics, there's a weird conflict war thing going up on the north where no progress is being made because both sides have their citadels timed to the weakest time zone of the other people, and so nothing dies. And it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
There's no counterplay. There's nothing that we can do to kill GOTG citadels, or nothing that GOTG can do to kill our citadels. There's what's the counterplay there? The key thing is cool. It incentivizes people who are on the same time zone as somebody else to kill citadels. But until you address why they're so annoying to kill.
Well, and it's not just the fact that they're annoying to kill. It's also the fact that they're so replaceable, and the cost of losing one is not that detrimental. So it takes a lot of effort for someone to kill a citadel. And if it looks like someone's actually, it's like if the defender can't really defend it, they're just going to be like, well, Okay, we'll lose it. We'll just make another one. Not a big deal.
Well,
So
that's-
it's not. It doesn't feel like that much. I mean, aside from keep stars are very expensive. I mean, even
Fortizars are
Fortizars aren't cheap
too.
either. But I mean, you know, an Astro. If you just want a cheap like non-capital, like an Astros are disposable essentially. For the most part, it's a dread cost, but I mean, even Fortizars. I mean, obviously you aren't just gonna throw Fortizars away like it's nothing, but if it comes down to it and someone makes the amount of effort it's going to go and take for someone to actually siege a staging Fortizar that you want to defend, it's going to take a lot of resources, a lot of time, a lot of effort, and if you eventually kill one, the other people could probably put up another Fortizar no problem, and it's some money out of their pocket, but the depths of the wallets of, you know, the big no blocks is a Fortizar loss is not going to really hurt any of those groups.
Right. And it's not the fact of them being replaceable. That's it. I mean, because I liken it to posses. There was a time where if you had a region full of small towers, they'd all get sieged. And if you know, that's fine. I'll kill posses all day because they're easy to kill. Or Pocos is another really good example. There's no damage cap. It doesn't take me very long. You can kill Pocos. You get a kill mail from it. No problem. But the fact it takes so much time, so much effort, and you're at least locked there, if you're at damage cap for at least 15 minutes for a full-powered Citadel, is so aggravating. Just for it then to kick a timer that you have no chance of following up on. Which is what I would ideally like to see addressed about Citadels way before, you know,
adding loot mechanisms to them.
Yeah.
Well, and then there was other people I think that were mentioning. I mean, there's a bunch of ideas, and obviously, like I said, this is I'm not sure if this is something that they've actually talked about on Team Talos, or if it's something that he would like. Rise was just coming off at the top of his head on the show, but there was other people responding to that. Well, what if, you know, they added a thing where not only do you loot the module, but maybe you get a percentage of the asset safety, like people, they pay their asset safety costs and you get a percentage of that, so there's even more reward to it, or like you either get a reward if they asset safety, or if they don't asset safety then you don't get anything, but then it, you know, no one's gonna not asset safety because you get some of it. But that was an idea I saw. I think that was just some a random post I saw throughout there. That might be an idea as well, but that's kind of like adding a lot of minutia to something that isn't gonna fix the, like you said, the base problem of it.
Yeah, I assume there's people smarter than I working on stuff like that, but you know, I'd hate to see all the time and effort get invested in something that's not going to address the reason why they're annoying to kill in the first place. Yeah. Like, there's plenty of people of content creators with a lot more notoriety than I who speak on the aggravations of Citadels and the aggravations of salve mechanics and the aggravations of just nullsec in general, and why no one wants to do it. So I don't really want to beat that drum any harder than it already has been.
Yeah. Oh! I forgot. Delana, I was supposed to get some Horde glasses from you in Vegas, and I didn't.
I lost my Black Legion ones. I had Rain gave me a white pair of Black Legion ones.
If you came out of Cabana for 5 seconds, you might have seen her.
Well, no, I did see. I saw
sitting in the middle of the area, like.
No, I
all
saw
the tables just throwing stuff at people. So
I know. I saw Delana. I was at check-in. I don't know if it was the pub crawl check-in. I think it was the general check-in. But you had your hands full. You had a flag in one hand, boxes in the other, and like you were in a backpack, and
it's all that swag.
And you were on a mission. I was like, Delana, you're like, hey, sorry, I gotta go over here. Like you were beelining to something. I'm like, all right, I'll catch you later, and then I didn't.
Yeah, because I wanted to put it all down.
But
still have boxes full of stuff.
I had Black Legion glasses as well, and I lost. That was Las Vegas, not this Vegas, but Las Vegas, when I actually was in Black Legion still. I got Black Legion glasses, and then I got home from the trip, thought they were in my bag, scoured my bag, so I must have left them in the hotel or left them somewhere. I have a bad habit of leaving shit in places in Vegas.
Sunglasses.
It's almost like
cameras.
I'm mentally handicapped by certain factors. Like
Okay.
Dirk is drinking Jaeger instead of getting Vegas bombs.
What the
like an adult.
Fuck? Well, I mean, I'll never say no to Jaeger, but is he in Discord talking shit?
Yeah.
Jaeger's good. Why don't people like Jaeger?
He's always in Discord.
No, I love Jaeger. Like, there's a lot of people that don't like Jaeger. They're like, it's black licorice.
I don't
Yeah,
mind it,
it's
but if
good.
you were going to compare Jaeger bombs to Vegas bombs are so much better.
The Vegas bombs are tasty. I'm not gonna lie. I never had them until this year, and
Recap. What's in a Vegas bomb?
It is Crown Royal, peach schnapps, and Red Bull. And it sounds gross
Yeah.
whenever you say it out loud, but it is fantastic
and
whenever you
I
actually
think
drink
the
it.
actual because if you want the mixture rate, I actually watched the when I went to order them, I watched the bartender do it. I think it's a 1-to-1 ratio of Crown and Red Bull, and then a splash of schnapps, peach schnapps. So the peach
For,
schnapps
like,
is more.
for
The peach
flavor.
schnapps is just more there for flavor, to add a little splash of flavor. But the Crown is the kicker, the booze part, and then you got the Red Bull in there. So it was good. Like, they were fucking amazing. I loved them. And
I'm
started
telling
ordering
you,
those.
The more you explain it about what's in it, the worse people will think that they are until you actually have them. They're actually really good.
Yeah.
But whenever I was in Korea, there was a bartender who didn't know how to make them and took a guess, and she made it out of Jack Daniels instead of Crown Royal, and we called those Cleveland bombs because they were gross.
Well, I mean, it's Jack. I mean,
Well, that and it didn't mix with peach schnapps like at all.
well,
so it, just
it's,
it tasted
it's
like
Jack. I mean, Jack
Yeah.
is not tasty in my opinion. I mean, I don't like whiskey anyway, but you know,
Wild Turkey is fantastic.
is it? I always thought Wild Turkey was one of those like rough whiskeys.
I mean, if I could
mean,
be
it's-
sponsored by anything in this world, it would be Wild Turkey.
I mean, it's
Or
not
Domino's.
It's not,
Not
fighting
Domino's,
cock
Papa John's.
whiskey, but I've had that before, and that was probably the worst whiskey I've ever had in my life. Was fighting cock. I don't know where it came from. Well, the liquor store, but I mean, I don't know where it's made.
Yeah, it's made in Kentucky.
Well,
West Virginia.
Mountain
Delon-
Mama. Are we gonna get copyright for that?
Strike.
Yeah,
No, we
strike
can sing it
three,
ourselves,
strike
LB.
that,
You
YouTube.
can't copyright us. Don't
It's an
buzz me.
interpretation of the song. You can't strike us for the interpretation.
Delani, do you have any more of those Black
think
Legion
that.
glasses?
I think those are actually
I think
mine.
these are the only ones I got.
Yeah, I
I don't know
think-
who I
Damn.
got them from.
I think I
I'm
think I
very
first.
curious
Stole
where
them from
mine.
Drayden.
Yeah, no, I think
very
those are the
curious
ones
where
I
mine
had, and I
ended up.
lost them, and I think you got them. So if
Well,
you could
when did
just-
you? I've had these for a while.
since last Vegas, not the one that we just finished, but the year before, right?
2017?
2017, no,
Oh.
2018 Vegas.
That'd be funny. I've had these
Because
since
if you had these,
2017.
since, if you had
Huh,
these so,
imagine
since
that.
2018
I just
Vegas, I
found
think
them
they're
on
mine.
a table somewhere.
I mean, you could send them to.
No, I have. I guess I got them last Vegas because I know like that's when I first had these, and people were actually like, since these were like basically the same kind of glasses, and people were like popping out the lenses, and you could actually like swap.
yeah.
them.
you
Oh,
can
it's like
swap 'em around.
the Malamute dog, or what's the one that has like the alternate eyes sometimes?
Your brain goes to
Huskies.
the weirdest places.
Dude, I'm just well, hey, you swap. You have different
It's-
lenses
it's
and
the
glasses.
Dane
You have
Bramage.
different
you just go to
lenses and
crossbreeding
glasses. I mean,
dogs?
it's Iris, but you know, I don't know. Proud of you, baby dick.
What?
Bro,
So
Oh,
proud of you.
Oh, you missed that whole thing, Blazing. You'll have to watch the VOD actually if it's
we
still
can
up.
see his butthole. Butthole man.
That's
There's
really
a
good
game called Good Time
imitation,
Garden,
holy shit.
and it's a whole bunch of what the fuck but awesome at the same time, and not awesome.
It is the most memorable game you will ever
You
play.
don't know what's going on, but you actually don't really care because you're along for the ride at that point.
It changed my life.
It actually
Reminds
did.
me.
We're all changed forever.
Yeah.
Whenever I was in Goons years and years ago, there was a game called. It's on Steam. It was a party game, but it was you played as dicks. God damn it.
Oh, I remember this. Yeah.
Oh, I have it on here. Genital jousting.
Genital jousting. Yes, that's what it is.
Jousting.
I have this game.
Drayden.
Don't ask
permit
why.
me in chat.
Okay,
I X'd up.
Genital jousting. Yep.
you got the permits.
It was like 10 to 15 cents on Steam on a because it was 60% off, and I don't know how they chose that one game to be on sale. So now it sits on my YouTube and my Steam. And anybody who's ever looking over my shoulder whenever I have Steam pulled up is like, "Does that say genital jousting?" And I'm like, "Yep." And it's got dicks on it. Now there's a story mode, by the way. They actively update it.
Story
Oh my
mode.
god, we all need to
Story
get
mode.
that.
I
I mean,
mean-
I already have it. Y'all need to get
I
it.
feel like genital
So-
jousting might be hard without dicks.
I
Oh,
have to.
dude, for $2, yeah, we all got to get this.
So I have to throw in a plug for this game because it's now like the official Steam game of
Bomb
the
Bomb
NC.US
Tag?
time suit. Bomb Tag.
Bomb tag.
If you guys
dude, I'm
don't
on
have
it.
Bomb Tag, it is basically Bomberman on
I'm
Steam
on
and it's
it.
free. Fucking
Yeah.
download it.
Get
It's
Bomb Tag. It's so
fantastic.
great. It's
Literally, whenever we're not playing Eve, all of the U.S. time zone for NC Dot plays fucking either Bomb
Yeah.
Tag or Cards Against Humanity.
I don't have Cards Against Humanity. Well, that's more of a someone else
We do
has a
so
link
we
for
do
that.
it in the browser now. So like
Okay.
there's a browser link and you can have up to 18 players. We
Okay,
did it last Saturday.
I've done that before. I haven't
fantastic.
played it in a long time, but yeah, I love Cards Against Humanity. It's great. I keep seeing what the hell is this? Claim a bonus. I keep getting like points in chat. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, yeah,
get
it's
to
you
do
get for the
stuff.
free. Like
It's
I
just
unlocked the
viewer
open comms
engagement.
emoji off of INN without
Oh,
having
I-
actually. So
If you get 350 points, it highlights your message. If you get 420 points, you unlock a random sub emote. 430, send a message
Oh.
in sub only mode, and 1000 is choose an emote.
What if I have
To unlock.
What if I have 2.3 thousand points? What do I do?
Manic, how did you make a copy of
Sell.
like the game link off of Steam?
Go into the store page and right
Shooter
click
and
somewhere in an
Drayden
empty
incident?
space.
Wait,
and you
whoa,
can
whoa,
copy
whoa,
the
whoa,
page
whoa.
URL.
Jaden, what did you do?
Apparently, me and Shooter had a sword fight.
No, I've
Oh,
had this
I
game for a while,
remember
so it's
this.
been out for a while, but
Ah.
I
What
don't know.
bomb tag?
The general Justin, because it's like might be based on a certain incident.
I mean, as far as I know, me and Shooter didn't do that, but maybe we did. You know, hey,
No, you wouldn't have remembered.
we wouldn't have, but it would have been
I saw the
fine.
whole thing.
So what? Like I downloaded the game, but I
won,
never
in
actually
any
got to
case,
play it
I'm
with
sure.
multiple people. So I haven't actually got to play any of the party games with people, which is what we should do in the after show if that's allowed on Twitch.
Do it. Do it.
Oh my God, Dirk
I'm-
is still
I'm downloading
like,
it now.
just crybabying about the Jaeger. Dude, Jaeger's delicious. Shut up, Dirk. Okay, boomer.
Okay, boomer.
Although I
Oof.
wonder if Jaeger is like more of a boomer drink nowadays. What do the kids drink these days?
I don't know if I'm just an idiot or I just cannot get the link for bomb tag.
Uh,
I don't know.
I'll look for it.
I mean, I didn't.
It's
have
bomb
it-
tag. One
I
word.
would say I didn't have trouble with it. I literally you just go into Steam store, search bomb space tag.
It's not.
it'll
A,
show
there's no
up.
space.
Well, I think I put a space and I still found it. So either way, but bomb
Yeah.
tag it shows up.
Or Blazing, I put it in TeamSpeak.
Awesome. As soon as I find where TeamSpeak is right now.
All right.
There you go. That's bomb tag. It's like Bomberman, but
It's
Steam,
good.
and
It's
it's
good.
free.
It's actually fun. And Blazing won 90% of the matches because we all blew ourselves up. Hold on. I didn't blow myself up. Everyone else blew
you got
themselves
killed
up.
by the falling the sudden death.
I
bombs,
could
which is
never. I think I
fantastic.
killed you once out of 20 games. But everyone else would kill themselves before it got into the combat. And then it would just be me versus Blazing. And then the sudden death random bombs fall from the sky and those would kill me. So I have a little bit of puzzle solving skills.
Mhm.
Just
It's
not when it
super
comes
fun.
to Tomb Raider, but you know, can't do
Just be
everything.
careful because the randoms that play it are super toxic.
Oh yeah. Well, did we have any randoms?
I've played a round or two with randoms in it, and they're not friendly people.
Nah. I think we had those one guys that came in and then shit on the thing and left. And that's when we
Yeah.
started the private one. Yeah, Bomberman. Get in there.
Mhm.
Or I think we were doing an after show. Depending on how many people we got. If we got a bunch of people in the after show, we're just gonna do the talk thing because the game will be too distracting. But if it comes down to just a couple of people left, we got some killing floor too. Or also for future shows. I figure we're just gonna do like games on the side. But all right, so back to the note. Have we skipped anything? I think we did. Did we finish all the rapid fire shit?
Yeah, we
I
hit
don't know.
on. Yeah, we hit on all the changes that they talked about.
Was there
just
some
to-
missile velocity ones for the Typhoon? Didn't Typhoon get a little bit of a buff?
Explosion velocity. It
yeah,
was for the Typhoon,
yeah.
and there was something else, right? Or was it just the Typhoon? I think it was just the Typhoon. And I. Oh, new sub. Molokadon. Molokadon? Molok Aiden. Thanks for the sub, man. Sorry, I'm bad with pronunciation. I gave all the pronunciations I could think of. We'll see if the. But yeah, the Typhoon's getting the explosion velocity change. Tempest and Stab. That's the thing. So we went to the Vagabond. Stabber fleets are like cheap, like the poor man's Vagabond.
yeah.
I actually, I remember doing Stabber fleet issues quite a bit, and they were pretty fun. They were fun because they were super disposable and cheap. I mean, Vagabonds aren't gonna break the bank, but they are a little spendy if you throw them away constantly. But you could get in Stabber fleets. They not as excellent on their own, but if you get like a handful of people in some Stabber fleets, you could go do some damage. But those are pretty fun.
Scythe fleets used to have autocannons on them too before they started changing around like what has missiles and what has drones and what has
Right.
you know what I mean. It was
Well,
about the same time they took the lasers off the Armageddon.
Wait, they took the lasers off the Geddon?
The Geddon's a missile ship now.
I must have missed that. What the fuck? I haven't flown a Geddon in forever, so that might be why. The hell? Yeah, last I saw it was mostly like a drone boat, but with lasers. But it was like a nuding drone boat that sometimes shot lasers. But yeah, so there was one thing we missed. This was going back up to the Eve meetup stuff. Eve Vegas 2020. There is going to be one. Just saying.
They never said there wasn't.
Well, Eve, or not Eve. CCP. This last Vegas was the last CCP run Vegas. Next year they'll be doing in 2020. They're doing Eve San Diego. So, but the tradition of Vegas, people still want Vegas is still. Sorry, I had a hiccup almost ready.
Are you
but
crying?
huh? No,
Are you
cry.
crying?
No,
You're
well,
only allowed to
Vegas
one
San
is
Diego?
going away, Drayden. It's okay.
I mean, it's
E Vegas is still going to be a thing. It's all right.
It's come
goddamn
back.
Chargers.
No, it's okay.
No, so CCP is doing Eve San Diego, but Eve Vegas is still never gonna die. We'll always have Vegas in our hearts. Okay, the thing ended.
And
But
in
no.
our livers.
Yeah,
Wow,
ain't that the fucking
yeah.
truth?
You haven't been to Vegas unless you go home with psoriasis, right? What the hell is going on here? Anonymous
know.
Ibex.
Is that the ailment?
Anyway, so Eve Vegas, there will be an Eve Vegas 2020. I'm assuming they haven't set a set date, but I'm assuming it's going to be in October. Why wouldn't they? But it's going to go. It's going back to a player-run event. So, Hyper Viper, he has taken a sabbatical from the show as well because he's just super busy with real life and various other things going on. But he is one of the ones that are doing the planning for the event. They are also looking. So they came out. They made a Twitter account. I'm gonna link it. It's funny because Twitter. I'm wondering if it's because Eve Vegas 2020, like at Eve Vegas 2020, was already taken, so it added a 1 at the end.
I think that may have been the case.
I'm assuming. So it's actually their Twitter is at Eve Vegas 2020, like 2020, and then one. So
Yeah.
20201. Jesus, you can't even say 2021.
Somebody did claim the E Vegas 2020 account, so they had to do E Vegas 2020
Dicks, who would do
Tw-
that?
20201.
Watch it be
And
CCP.
it's claimed
dude.
in November and it has nothing on it. So like maybe he just forgot the password or something.
I've done that before.
Yeah, who knows?
My
It could've been.
my current Twitter handle is Blazing Bunny 2 because I'm an idiot and instantly forgot my first one.
That makes it sound like you forgot 2. You forgot Blazing Bunny and Blazing Bunny 1. So
I think I just put 2.
oh, you just went
instead
straight
of-
to 2.
Yeah, because I was making it all at all the same time I was doing the rest of my CMSM stuff, which means I was hammered.
You're making a duology a trilogy.
essentially.
Nice. But yeah, so eVegas 2020. Hyper Viper's doing. There's a few other guys. I can't. I think Sadis, maybe Sadis. I don't know if he. But there's a few guys that are going to be putting this together, and they are looking for feedback. So. Not just from people, they're not just looking for feedback from people that have been to Vegas's and what they're looking for. They're also looking if you've been a organizer, not necessarily for eVegas itself, but if you've been, if you have a group going to eVegas, you were part like, hey, we're organizing an alliance dinner, organizing an alliance, pub crawl or something extra. They're also looking for feedback from you guys to get ideas on what people enjoy seeing. And they want to make this something that people want to go to and not just something they determine this is what we're doing. They want to make it a thing that people have put their input into. That being said, they have put out their first poll, essentially. I'll put a link for it. Let me find it.
You want some fuck?
Yeah, let's do a shot.
This is a nice stick. I like sticks.
Yeah. What?
What?
That's from the same video as You Want Some Fuck.
Oh.
What is this video?
Oh my god, you don't know?
I don't know.
Lemon Smash.
I'll find it for you.
I'm not cued into meme culture.
It's an
Lemon
old meme.
Smash.
Come
not.
on.
Delana, go to your room. So I put the link in the chat. That is a poll. If you are either interested or confirmed definitely want to go to eVegas next year in October, fill it out. It's a quick little, it's a checkbox thing. Check all the things that apply, like what you enjoyed about eVegas. Like, do you like the pub crawl, the Saturday night party? Do you like hanging out with people? Do you like specific? They have. It's not that many. It's not super intricate. It takes about 5 seconds to fill it out. But this is like the first poll of several that will probably come out in the future, and they're just looking for a basis of ideas on where they want to focus their
I see
efforts.
Manic
for this.
laughing at the video.
I'm missing something, ain't I?
Look at Manic. He's listening to shit.
He found whatever he's looking for.
I was obsessed with this
Oh,
video.
okay. That might be a nice tangent. What do we think of the new Tesla truck, the Cybertruck?
The thing looks
That
so
thing looks
stupid.
Does it look stupid? I don't know if I'd really want it for an actual vehicle. It looks awesome if you were, for the style, if you're going for the whole meme of futuristic vehicle. I don't know if I would really want that as, here's
It
my
looks like the unlockable in a video game.
it's
To be
like,
we talking
honest.
about the
here's my
Tesla
day-to-day truck. I don't know, but
They just need to turn the polygons up on the model. It'll be fine.
what was the? Oh, I gotta find it. What was the picture of the Hagrid one where it shows like a Model S, and then it
It
shows
has
like
the one from the movie, and it has the one from like the PS2 game back in the fucking 2000s.
it's all like it's all vectored and just flat and everything. It's I don't. The thing is, I love Elon Musk. Elon Musk is like he's excellent. I love everything he does. I even like the truck, just the fact that it exists and it is what it is. I know that it's not going to be very popular. I mean, I have no need for a truck,
that it
so I
looks
wouldn't.
kind of like the car from Blade Runner 2049.
It does.
It's that like cyberpunk futuristic kind of. It's like the alpha version of the cyberpunk future that we all dream about.
I mean,
If that's the dream, then I don't really want to.
I'm not
it's
saying
know if I
that's
wanna
the
be a part
dream.
of it.
I'm saying this is the alpha version of the dream.
I'm just wondering if
We've got a ways to go, but we'll get there.
it's either ahead of its time or it doesn't have a time,
It's timeless.
because because there's no other vehicle on the road that looks anything like that, and I don't know.
Have you seen the inside though?
Yeah, I saw the pictures of the inside.
It's a fucking death trap.
It also, The one thing I would not like about it is you have the back window and you have the side windows, but then you have this, like, where the back window is, you have this side fin that raises up and tapers down, and that is a massive blind spot. Now, I will give the fact that it is Tesla, so it probably has some video sensors back there that you can actually just look and be like, oh, let me just watch this video of my... Because it has the little dash cam, or not dash cam, but the dash computer screen.
The dashboard, the dashboard itself is literally a granite countertop.
It is. It's so nice. Like that's
has
fucking
this sharp angle. So if you get into the smallest collision, you're going to fracture your fucking skull.
Yeah, but you could be suave as fuck with your truck if you got. It's like, what do you got? You got marble countertops in your truck, man?
If somebody hits you hard enough, your face is going to go into the corner of this countertop, and it's going to crack open like an egg.
That's going to be the most stylish crack you've ever had.
I don't want that. Why would anyone want that?
It looks nice. Just imagine all the wine glasses on there.
It doesn't look nice. Let's not kid ourselves. It looks different, but it doesn't look nice.
I was a little shocked. Okay, I'm done playing, but the marble counter dash was a little weird.
Marble counter dash.
It's literally a marble countertop, like in a kitchen that you don't let kids run around.
Why isn't there a
they'll
kitchen
crack
in
their
this
heads
truck?
on 'em.
Why doesn't it use the battery for electrolysis to make water so you can have a kitchen in
Why
your
can't
truck?
we just turn oxygen into free energy?
Well, you can't. Well,
he's a scientist. He's not a magician, Drayden.
He's not a scientist. He's a businessman.
Hydrogen to make free energy, not oxygen.
Well, you need both.
Whatever.
The oxygen is the oxidizer.
They're basically the same thing.
You combine hydrogen and oxygen, you burn them together, and they oxidize, and then you get water and.
Oh, you burn something to get water? What? Get out of here.
Or what do you think?
Hydrogen and helium.
What do you think the gas in your car
Drayden,
does?
the complete opposite. If Captain Planet taught me anything, water and
He's our
fire
hero,
are
know.
opposites.
No. What do you think the
can't
gas
burn
in your car
something and
does?
get water.
You take hexane.
Shut up.
Octane. It's octane, but it's got other stuff in there. It doesn't do a complete clean burn, so it doesn't finish. But you get octane, which is a hydrocarbon chain, and you combine it with oxygen and
oh my
heat,
god, how many times
and
have
it
we heard
combines,
this?
and you essentially,
You
if it
probably
didn't complete,
think the Earth is
if it
round,
didn't
don't
complete
you?
pure burn, you would end up with
You're one of
water
the
and
round
carbon
earthers?
dioxide, and that's what you get.
Earthers.
Yeah, so basically when you burn hydrocarbons, which is methane, octane, like gasoline, butane, propane,
so
you
sorry
burn all
to fuck
those
this up.
and you get water and carbon dioxide as the majority of the output. So you get carbon monoxide and some other bullshit, but
for the audience, for anyone listening.
yeah,
I'm
anyway,
so
sorry.
to fuck this up.
I divulged
You can make
into
free
goddamn
energy
science.
out of fusing hydrogen together to make helium, but nobody wants to do it.
Yeah, you
or
can
it's
do
too
that.
expensive.
Well,
It's too expensive. I'm sure
there's
there's plenty of people
actually-
that want to make free energy, but
No.
it's
There
too
is
expensive.
actually a lab that they've been doing fusion research for a long time, and they usually can make fusion happen.
Twitch chat, I'm so sorry.
Oh my god, you guys bait me into this. You guys bring it up and then get mad when I explain it.
Hey,
just
what
saying-
about Disney Plus?
Fuck, I got too many
Disney
goddamn
Plus get
streaming
hacked?
services. I have
I don't
no
know, did it?
business
What?
buying another one.
I heard a bunch of my coworkers saying their Disney Plus accounts got hacked already.
But the Mandalorian.
Really? Baby Yoda's
What-
dead though.
the-
Didn't Baby Yoda
Shut
die?
the fuck up. What?
Why would you say that? I haven't even watched it
wrong?
yet.
There's a tweet that came out and everyone's like getting mad at the guy that tweeted it saying Baby Yoda. I think it was a joke tweet.
He's a fucking liar. That's fake news right
Oh.
there. Baby Yoda is not dead. He's not. Can't be. I'll cancel
Sure.
that Disney Plus subscription.
Well,
right
I mean,
fucking now
if
Baby Yoda's dead.
if
The
the
Baby Yoda memes are my favorite.
If
like
any-
there's the one where he's standing there, it's like me waiting to tell my mom I shit my pants. Like that was my favorite one.
I mean, if any of the other Star Wars movies out there have told me anything, I'm pretty sure Yoda lives. Because
So
he's
it's not
there.
Baby
He's there like
Yoda.
900 years later. He's there.
Oh, dude, I pissed off so many people. So like when the prequels were coming out, when Revenge of the Sith was coming out, I sent out a company-wide email telling people that Yoda died at the end, and people got so mad at me saying that I spoiled the movie.
What?
And that So I was telling people. So it was when the prequels, when Revenge of the Sith was coming out.
Oh.
As a joke, I sent out a company-wide email that Yoda died at the end, and people got mad at me that I was spoiling the movie.
But then they see the originals where
Why?
Yoda actually did die.
They just weren't thinking. They were just mad that because they thought I was spoiling the movie.
Well done. Well done. That's skillful. When you make people mad about shit they should know better.
That's the whole. I love that.
We need a shot for that. We need dead Yoda shots.
You want some fuck?
What
Yeah,
the fuck,
I think-
Drayden?
I think Yoda wants some fuck.
So damn funny. Holy shit! I can't believe
It was
I've
good,
never
right?
seen that before.
I need a link to
Lemon
the video.
smash.
I'm missing something. I can't watch it yet.
Oh, we
It's
lost.
linked. It's
We
linked
lost
there in
Delana.
TeamSpeak.
Oh, I'll
Maybe
have to
we
watch
could.
it later because if I watch it now, the audio will come through. Maybe I should watch it anyway.
All right, thanks.
I brought you back.
You want
brought you
some
back
fuck?
from the dead.
I can post the link if you let me.
This is a nice
link?
stick. I
The
like
video.
sticks.
What video?
Oh, I'm playing it. I'm just watching it.
Let me
okay.
smack.
I
got
already
it.
watched it. LB sent it
Please.
to me.
Yeah,
Ron,
I'll watch.
go find
watch it, man.
Becky.
You
was
want
great.
some fuck?
No, Ron, I don't want some fun.
I got your blue. Hey girl, you want some tail? Flick.
Ron, your tail is small.
So yeah. What else?
Swiggity sweetie. You want yellow?
Always watching it now.
She doesn't want yellow. Blue and yellow. No.
Ron, I'm leaving.
No. Wait, let me
We can't just
smash.
watch it
What's
at times.
my
Are you
life
showing it
come
to everyone
true?
else?
We have-
Becky
Yeah,
thought
we
my
should.
tail was big.
We
All of
can't
us
just
are
put
watching
it
this
on the
fucking
stream.
video at once.
Show it to the
Becky is
stream.
smashing Ben. Ben is a hoe.
Yeah, Drayden.
I'm done.
Is
Sorry.
it a fucking bird video? Is that what y'all are watching?
Yes.
Oh
yes.
my
The
God.
fucking bird.
So
We're
here's
traveling
what you
back
need
in
to
time
do.
to
Here's what you
2012.
need to do. Watch the bird version, and then I don't know if you play Overwatch, but whenever the Bastion video came out, they dubbed over it with the "You Want Some Fuck" video, sound. It's fantastic. So
This
you
one's
need
already
to
good. I'll have to watch it though. I'll need a link at some point. Oh man, what the fuck? The eVegas thing says you've already voted. I can't vote twice. Come on, man.
They don't want Eve players gaming the system. They know better.
Imagine that.
Yeah, but Hyper knows me. He should let me do it twice. Shit, we got 7 minutes left. Do we do TV time?
So the new Eliza Schlesinger stand-up comedy is on Netflix, and it's fantastic. I recommend it if you're a fan of her work.
I've
don't-
started watching Vikings finally. That show is awesome.
Ooh, I need to finish that. I'm like on season 3, and I think they have 7 now.
I think they're up to 7.
Yeah, it's really good though. I just started. I finished season 1 of The Expanse. It's excellent. I'm way behind the times, I know. And it's inspired me. It's because I play a lot of Kerbal, and I now want to make bases on a bunch of asteroids, and make the Beltasmon region, and then I'll make colonies on Mars and then Kerbin, and I'm gonna have them all like fight each other. But is that it? Is that all we got? The Expanse, Vikings, and the comedy? Who was that again? Blazing?
Eliza Schlesinger.
Deborah Messenger.
I couldn't even tell you how to spell it.
Slits malt liquor ninger.
Barbara Worcestershire.
Sure.
Worcestershire?
What's this here sauce?
Yeah. The British one.
Grey Poupon.
No. Mustard shouldn't exist.
Fuck you.
Mustard
Fuck
should not
God.
exist. Mustard is the
Raiden,
goddamn devil.
Cut the fucking stream
Nope.
right now.
Oh, Cap Strongest found the name.
I
No.
linked that. Yeah, Cap Strongest. That's it. I linked the video to the Bastion remake of your bird video, by the way.
Oh, nice.
It's so great.
I will have to watch that.
I think it matches the best because the dude voice sounds like it's a robot already.
Yeah, it's
Smash Circuits Online.
You want to you want to smash? What do you mean I'm dead to you? Mustard's nasty. So is ketchup. Take that, Americans.
What do you eat? What do you eat
What do you
food
do?
with?
Cheese, baby.
Mustard is
Do you just
nasty?
not? Do you just not put condiments on your food?
I don't. Meat and cheese, baby. And
Get the
lettuce and
fuck
lettuce and
out of
onions.
my
Takes his
stream.
burger, it
Somebody
takes
kick
2
him.
pieces of bread and meat and just shoves it in his face.
No, like, well, I put lettuce and onions and sometimes barbecue sauce sometimes.
Who are you?
He's a 4-year-old trapped in a man's body.
What the
I
fuck?
feel like a 4-year-old was
Ketchup
still
is
like
nasty.
ketchup.
Although mustard is gross. I can eat ketchup. I don't like it. Mustard is gross. Mustard and pickles are like the two things I will not eat. There's other things I don't like, and it's like, you know, if someone's like, "Hey, here's this," I'm like,
I don't know
I'll
if
be
we can be
nice and just
friends
eat it. I don't
anymore.
like it, but mustard and pickles, I'll be like, I'm good. No thanks. Can't do that. I'll probably throw up if I eat those. I don't like
You've been
mustard.
using
like the
too much
vinegar?
mustard.
No, I love vinegar. I love vinegar. Here's
you
the
love
thing.
vinegar, but you don't like pickles?
No, here's the thing. I love vinegar and I love cucumbers. I hate pickles. I actually, when I
That's
get...
literally what pickles are.
No, they ferment
You-
for a long
wait,
time.
That's the recipe.
No, I know. But here's the thing.
That's
If
how
I
we're
get a
gonna
sandwich,
end
if I get a sandwich at
Overcome.
Subway, I love
This
cucumbers.
is like saying you just said I love 2 + 2, but I hate 4.
That's
I
well,
like
yeah,
peanut
because
butter.
2
I
and
like
2 is
jam,
not
but I
4.
don't like
2
peanut butter jam
plus 2
sandwiches.
is 4.
What the fuck?
Thank you, LB.
No,
My
because
mind is fucking blown.
if
here.
I go to Subway, I'll get cucumbers on my sandwich. I love vinegar on there, but I hate pickles.
You're making pickles in the sandwich. Do you know that, right?
No, because the cucumber needs to sit in the vinegar for like a long time, and it pickles itself.
Like
and
a
when it
minute.
pickles itself, I don't like it anymore. It's no longer a viable, edible,
so
phallic shape at this point. It's
when I was in high school, I worked at a sandwich shop, and this girl came in. She was like maybe 15 or 16, and she just asked for a pickle sandwich. And I'm like, "You just want bread and pickles?" And she's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Okay." So I took like a small handful of pickles and I put it on the bread. It's like maybe 5 or 6 pickles.
that's
And she looks over the counter and she's like, "Can I have more?" And so I sprinkle a few more on there. So there's like 10 or 12 pickles. She looks over the counter. "Can I have more?" I
More
scoop a fucking handful of pickles and just dump it on the bread. And she's like, "Can I have a little more?" I take another handful, 2 fucking handfuls of pickles just soaking in bread. She sat down at a table and I watched her
Pickly
eat the
pickles.
whole fucking thing.
Weird.
nasty bitch.
I have a friend. His name is Barney, and he goes to McDonald's and he orders a burger, and he's like, "I want extra pickles," and the girl at the drive-thru is like, "Yep." He's like, "No, you don't understand. Put on a retarded amount of pickles and then double it, and that's how much pickles." I
No,
want."
you don't understand what I mean.
No. When I say extra
You
pickles,
didn't even give her a
I
chance.
want you to be crystal clear.
No, stop. You don't get it.
I want extra pickles. Oh, I got you. No, you fucking don't. Just
No, you
listen to
don't.
me.
You don't.
Listen to me for
You
5
think you
seconds.
do?
It's like,
You
it's
do
like
not.
that scene in Parks and Rec where Ron Swanson says he wants all the bacon and
Yeah.
eggs they have.
He calls him back. He's,
He's
like, "I
like,
think you might have misunderstood
no.
me. I think you
want
heard I
all
apologize."
of
All the
bacon
bacon
and
and
eggs you
eggs.
have.
Oh, fuck. All right. Shit, we're out of time.
And with that,
And with that, hit us with the "you want some fuck?" Because I'm doing another shot and then we're out of here.
You
I'm
want some
I'm
fuck?
out of White Claw. I'll shoot a
Let me
handful of
smash.
Doritos.
So you're almost like getting buzzed now, right?
So I'm kind of starting to feel it after 3 White Claws.
All right. Hold on. Do I have the outro? I don't think I have the outro on this one.
I thought we were doing Crab Rave on the outro.
Can't do
Are we
crab
allowed?
rave.
Is Crab Rave allowed? Oh, we
Crab
needed a
Rave is
SoundCloud
copyrighted?
rapper.
What?
We did a SoundCloud rapper last time.
Oh, that's right.
Hold on. Let me loop.
Gotta be something better though.
All right, we're out. We're going after dark. Oh wait, is that it? I didn't even start the outro thing.
Oh no.
Oh, just play. You want some fuck on loop?
You want some fuck?
All right, everyone. Bye.
You want some fuck?
Yeah, keep going. DJ this up. Keep going. No,
You
we're
want some fuck?
hey.
You want some fuck?
Oh my god.
One more
Yeah,
time.
or what?
No, not yet.
Stop making me click it.
And one more
You
time.
want some fuck?
All right, we're out. Bye.
Oh my